Good afternoon, everybody. 11:45 a.m. here on the Rancho, Santa Rosa, California. It is 11:46 a.m. February 21st, 2019. 1 month until spring. Count it down. I am ready. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, Cheryl. Nice to see you. 180, what's going on? This is a little bit of a Troll-A-Rama this afternoon, and for some of you in the beauty community, the drama community, and some of the other communities, it's a little different kind of chat. It's more freewheeling here. We don't have people on the panel. Thank goodness. Hey, Debbie. Good afternoon, Quinny. Hi, Tina. You know, thank goodness. Someday. Hey, Nightbot. Brandy, how are you doing, sweetie? Hey, Trish, how are you, sweetie? I hope you're doing okay. Hanging in there. Trish is well along in her pregnancy and dealing with that. Kevin, hello. How are you? Drama community and proud. Good afternoon, Simon. Nice to see you. Hello, Beryl. Monique, nice to see you, my dear. I never knew Monique well. I kind of thought okay. I knew Monique was a warrior. Okay. I got to put her back in that. I got to get her a Wonder Woman outfit and then kicking ass and taking names out there. This is an open chat. Hello, Cornholio Bunghole. Nice Bunghole. Nice to see you. Oh, you're waiting on the repo guy. Oh no. Oh no, you losing your car or truck, Kev? That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Aloha, Colleen. Nice to see you from the great state of Hawaii, the 50th state. I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, wow, what a name, huh? Troll-A-Rama, huh? You guys probably never heard of a Troll-A-Rama. It's a tradition in car. I'm sorry, Kevin. Damn, Kevin Chambers getting his car repoed. Say bung hole. Trish is getting me into trouble here. Sorry, nice to see you. This girl's journey, that new car I just got. Damn. Usually medical stuff. Is it medical related, Cav, with bills? Sometimes that'll do it. It's all good. Now, sometimes that'll do it. You know, way back when in 2015, okay, Colleen, way back in 2015, there was a guy, hey, Eric, there was a guy called Camper Van Carl. He may be dead. He may be alive. The current Vegas line says 75% chance that he's passed on, 25% chance that he's still alive. He was a proud graduate of Auburn University, and in the best tradition of Boyd, he burned off his student loans, got himself a camper van, a real nice road truck, and just went off into the sunset and lived his life. Okay, how you doing, Free Birdie? It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. How you doing, Fitz? Got the great fun in the sun in the chat today. Dr. Elizabeth Martin, nice to see you. Says, I'm catching up. Not sure if it's day or night. Too much snow. Oh, man, from the Great Lakes. 180 says, I'm not a troll. I'm a fan. Well, 180's got a distinguished history. As e-beggars, as Jasmine, Francis, a very long and storied history down here on the Boyd. And then, I don't know what happened. Drank that Jim Jones Kool-Aid and became sweet and nice. turned in the troll costume and became just another happy, contented side chatter. Nick Mann, how are you? Snowed last night, 40s now. Hey, Michaela, we are off to Reno tomorrow morning, so we'll be enjoying that. There's going to be a lot of, most everything is going to be a live stream event. And I will tell everybody, if we lose the stream, you know, people are like, oh, you got to, you know, the Sierras have you know, I don't know, 150 feet of snow or something crazy up there. It's just been pounded here with snow. But you got to remember in live streaming that there's really no cell signals once you get up high into the Sierras. We will thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Trish. One sip at a time. You need a manicure. Yeah, I say grab your nail polish, grab your bats. Rosie's having another chat. On to Reno, so it'll be a lot of fun. We'll try to do as much as possible. I like to do the very late night walk down down South Virginia Street. It's usually 2 miles down and 2 miles back. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be brutally cold. We're going to be stopping at the Cabela's. How you doing, Knights at the Round Table? Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen around. I'm so used to Knights at the Round Table. We, you know, it's a long walk, 2 miles out. It's we're going to stop at Cabela's. I need to get some better gloves because I just about freeze. All right, you got a sitter for Saturday, so date night. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hello, Kerno. So anyway, back to camper van. So it'll be a lot of time. If I lose the stream, don't worry. Just assume another one will be starting. If it's in an urban area, it'll start in a couple minutes. Some people get, you know, I get mail, oh, you know, you killed the stream and blah, blah, blah. You know, it was just getting good. Well, sometimes you go into a building or a bar. And remember, I don't have the top flight equipment yet. And you will lose a signal. So it's not much I can really do. But hey, Deborah, good. She just did she's madder than hell at me today. I kind of interrupted the end of her stream. I had watching YouTube videos in the kitchen and I was a little too loud. So Vegas fixing, what's going on? What's going on? You hope there's some chimping in the side chat. Well, back to the concept of the Troll-A-Rama back in 2015. Hangouts were still relatively new, and Carl was working a desk at a motel. No, I think he was working at Days Inn in Houston, Texas. One of the 50 or I don't know how many hell or others. Yeah, I know you heard me clattering around the kitchen. Free Birdie said, Rosie, I'm curious here. Was that hangout the other night a record live view count for me? I think we came in, according to YouTube, at 507 viewers on that chat. My own record is 986 viewers, which was in 2015. But that was a big time troll raid. That was a huge influx of people that, you know, the stream came up and just an influx of people. I had no idea who they were. Raided the stream and just blew it up. The side chat was like it was scrolling so quick. No hope of seeing it. You just had to sit there in awe and just watch it go by. I had some people yell about the other nights. Oh, you know, the side chat's going too fast. You think we're superhuman to keep. You got to put on the slow mode on that. You know, and well, people get mad at the slow mode. You know, you can only type once every minute or say, hey, Tasha, how you doing, sweetie? So no matter what you do, I think people are going to chimp one way or the other on here. I don't know if I'm not sure if Elvis will be here or not, to tell you the truth. I don't think so. I mean, he was pretty, like I say, I run my own show. And there were some people horrified that he wasn't on last night. And then there were some people that were, that a girl, you know, I do my own show. Hey, Oda May, how you doing? Oda May, how are you? Nice. It was a hell of a chat. So grab your fingernail polish. And let's see. So anyway, back to camper van. How you doing, Buff? Back to, yeah, Elvis takes all credit. I don't care. You know, he sits there and talks about it. I had to think today when I just got asked a question. I never lead with discussions of numbers and money and all that kind of stuff. Elvis is mad because you let some guy talk smack about his dead dad. It's a two-way street. Elvis is a big boy. Elvis talks smack about Tucker and his family. I'm not going to get in the middle of that crap anymore. as I said before, anybody's welcome on my panel, but if stuff goes south on the panel, you got to go from that chat. So I've made that crystal clear over the last week. I'm not going to carry the cross of other people's what comes out of their mouth. I'm just going to be responsible for what comes out of my mouth. Thank you, No Nightbot. That's exactly what you got to do. Be responsible. You have shoes and this, and why Elvis really is the king. Well, he's not the king around here. But hey, Vanessa, how you doing, sweetie pie? Yeah, the nail painting was off the chain last night. I mean, I never in my life, of all the years, I've probably hosted over 200, probably 300 hangouts. I've never seen something like, hey, Shannon, how you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you, honey. Very honored. Got YouTube royalty in the house. Shannon 681. I never saw so many, emoji fingernails being painted, fingernail polish in my life. It was really, really freaky. Freaky. Hello, Polly. Never saw that. That's what I'm saying, Michelle. You cannot control how others feel or what they say. And if you try to, all you do is end up being an idiot. But if you come out, you say it loud, you say it proud, you be responsible for your mouth. I'll be responsible for mine. I'll be responsible for my panel. You be responsible for your panel. And never the twain shall meet. And that's the way it should be. Well, I don't have them in the title today, Free Birdie. I don't feel like I always have my own content. I'm going to be up in Reno. Elvis will certainly not be a topic over the next 3 days or so on here. I mean, there's no connection between that. I'm there to have a good time, hit the streets, take you guys in for the eats and the fun, street action. We may go up to Virginia City. It looks like the weather's going to be clear up there. That's kind of fun to go up there. The problem, thank you, Free Birdie. The problem, hey, Gina, the problem is that Virginia City has those wooden, it's also 10 degrees cooler than Reno. It has those old time wooden plank walks in front of the stores and stuff. And it's really, 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 really brutal. Really brutal. I don't know, Jeremy. The bottom line is I cannot go down. I mean, it's not relevant to what's going on today. This is an open chat. You can talk about whatever you want. I want to get back to I think the drama community certainly made their point. Thank you, Monique. I love you too. I won 2,300 in the Atlantis Hotel. Oh, man. Jen, do I have a moo-moo? Shannon won $23 in the Atlantis Hotel in Reno. Maybe I have a dashiki or a moo-moo, huh? I'm here alone. How you doing, Kelly? How you doing? Now, Kelly, you said ask Tribe to unblock me. I always get blocked out over Tribe's chat. Okay? I don't know who it is. Some secret mod over there has got a real hard on. So if you could ask Tribe to unblock me over there. Yeah, you go hard for their own. But anyway, hey, I'm here alone. Hey, Deb D. Hey, Judy, the camper van Carl may or may not be alive, but when he worked at the desk, the overnight clerk at the Days Inn in Houston, he used to get on the Days Inn computer and fire up a hangout, right? And I remember in those days, it was me and Elvis were like the only ones that came into it was like 3 people on the chat, but then the side chat was wide open. So I called it a Troll-A-Rama. It's kind of like anything goes. It's like, hey, Mo, what's going on? It's like you just let the side chat go, and unless somebody's doing really something horrendous like doxing somebody out, you don't really, you put the wrenches down and you let people have their say. Well, I know Toothless Bulldog doesn't like me, but he's not consequential to me. He's a person that's very stuck in his homo and transphobia, and you know, I feel very sorry for him to go through life as that bitter a person. And I know who it is in real life too. I know who it is in real life too. So anything goes. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So it's an open chat. If you have any questions, I've been getting questions. Are you doing a script here on YouTube? And the answer from me is always no. And then I thought something funny, like Monique said a couple weeks ago when we were talking about scripted stuff, and Monique was on a panel, and she's like, she was on Vinny's or something, and somebody said, Monique, do you think all this stuff is scripted? She said, I don't know, but even if it is, I'm having a great time. I'm loving the hell out of it. Hey, Tom, I love that. You know, it's just truth from the mouth of Monique. You know, and she's like, I don't know. You know, she got that text that said, I don't know, but I'm just saying, you know, I don't know, but if it is, I love it. Yeah, there's Sean. Here he is, CT for this. Send me that. Yeah, he sent me a copy of the updated script. Yeah, we do have each other's phone numbers. We do. Yeah, Monique is definitely a hoot. We do have each other's phone numbers. But if you think I'm going to take my time to coordinate, Mallory and I were messaging today. And I just did the same caution again, you know, be careful, you know, you don't want to stick your head in a lion's mouth. Bad stuff happens to people down here on YouTube. That's really the extent of the comments that I have. But you should have a newbie panel. Well, this panel, it is called like totally new, Gina. I always invite anybody. Look, how about last night? We had Chili Mae come on last night. She was a newbie on the panel. I'm always glad to see Monique come on. Kelly's about to, you know, Kelly can come on, and Free Birdie. Susan has an open link anytime. The problem with Susan, Free Birdie, is her microphone is low. So what happens is she tends to get over talked. You know, she tends to get over talked. But there are a lot of new people on, you know, compared to, you know, some of the other chats that I'd been on, which were fun and great. I think it's expanding much more now to let people onto the chat. But you have to vouch for somebody. Like, I didn't know, who else did we have? I knew Chili Mae, but there was somebody, Angelo. See, I don't really know Angelo that well. Yeah, Mo, you're always welcome to come on, I guess. No, I'm not going to let Mo on my panel. I'm not letting Mo on my panel. No, Mo is NOE, Network of Evil. Sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty. I'd love to have you on, Shannon, one night. I'm pretty rattle-proof here, Shannon. I mean, it's been a long 6-year journey on here, and it's been fun. Oh, Judy's doing her fingernails. Here we go. Pam was on, and it's an open panel. But the nice thing about the drama community I've noticed is these drama women in particular are extremely strong. You'll notice in the past, a lot of times, if it's rarely men that panel up, right? Because, you know, men that usually panel up end up heading for the hills and running over the horizon with their tail between their legs. But the women are tough as nails. And even though I had Monique and Pam on last night together, they still sat on panel, had their say with each other. And I like that. People can still communicate. That was a very strong protest. It was. Bird me up. No, I don't think so, Mo. I don't think so, Mo. Mo, I know too much of your, yeah, Brandy, I'm sorry. You gotta put some content up, and you gotta be kind of known. Somebody has to vouch for you, and you have to have come on somebody else's panel too. Now I heard Angelo. Hello, Echo Sun Clubber. I didn't really know Angelo too well. I knew he was like goofing around and pretending he was visiting Mama Bear or going around Ohio and doing stuff. That's what I know about him. But I did not connect Glenda's Church of the, the high trees or whatever with that. So yeah, I mean, Shannon's tough as nails. Listen to her hangouts. She holds her ground. I mean, Cobra John's like, I'd hide in fear. Exactly. So somebody has to vouch for people, and then we put, I know I've seen some stuff that Angelo did. I wanted a chance to go look at some of his content, which I did today. He looks cool. Tom Finland said, when is Reno? It's this weekend. We'll be streaming when we can. It's going to be a whole series of just the whole page is just going to be filled with those streams. If we lose it, we just pop another one. It has the same overall cover, picture, thumbnail that I've uploaded, pre-uploaded. This Streamlabs will be on. Might do a sleep stream with the camera pointing out the window. So we'll see with the microphone off. Jen's giving me the eye. Well, Rosie, what if I fart? Okay, Brandy. Well, if I see you on a panel, let me know when you're going to be on a panel. And yeah, I'll be glad if you go on Reaper Man's panel or Dave's panel. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a GoPro. I think I'm not sure. I just want to enjoy myself. I got to get out of town a bit. I don't really want to do too much edited content. You know what? Shannon, what's funny? You want to do a panel on current events. Jussie Smollett. Let me tell you something that's funny. They were over in a tribe called Cookies chat this morning. And this one guy called, I don't know what the hell his name was, Tiffany Trump or something, like some troll, Tiffany Trump. Tiffany Trump's like, Rosie is like Smollett. Fake hair, fake cops, fake everything. And the funny thing is, this troll also recognized that Jussie Smollett was born and raised in Santa Rosa. And I went over and looked, and they were astounded by that, Santa Rosa, California. I went over and looked at his IMB bio, and we have the same freaking birthday. I was like, I tried to go on Tribes chat to tell him that, but of course I was blocked out over there. But that was funny as hell. Yeah, I did a video of that. Did you see that? There's that casino out there. I may go out on Saturday. The problem is, if I park the van, there's a couple problems. I'd really like to go in and urbex that abandoned casino out there. Two problems. There's no place to park the van. If you park the van, the railroad tracks are right there. If you park the van there and the Reno, the Nevada state troopers come by, you stand out like a sore thumb. They know for a fact that you're down there screwing around in that abandoned casino. Second problem is there are holes in the fence. You can access it. It says, beware guard dogs, right? I've had a few times metal detecting and other things where I've had to run for my life when I've seen a rabid dog coming at me. That's problem number 2. Yeah, you're getting an invite to the streamer house. Problem number 3 is every time you go into one of those situations, you don't know who in the hell is living in there. And if you're in there, remember, I walk around the hood. Sometimes I roll up on somebody who's sleeping under an overhang. And, well, hey, what are you doing? You roll into that casino, and you know very well that there's people living in there. So I might I sure as hell can't take Missy Jenn in there, right? Because I don't want her to get into trouble. But we'll see. Yeah, Sean, I'm not. How you doing, honey? I'm not going to take a gun with me in there. Yeah, I'm that rabid dog. So I know, Hondo. You can be very, 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 very rabid. Those dogs. It was a real nice place, and I did what I could from the road. I was tempted to go through the fence, but like I say, I got Jen there, and she. Okay, so the cops roll up. What are you doing? And then what does Jen do? Well, I'm admiring the view. What the hell? What view? Right? The abandoned building here. Well, how come you're not in the driver's seat? Can I see your license? Are you alone? Yes. Where's your license? And it's like, think about it, right? I got to be very careful. I mean, I got a lot of that's cool. 180. You ought to do a channel like that. So yeah, you say ready, you ain't gonna get ready. That's it. So I may go in. I've got a lot of courage for that kind of stuff. I have a feeling if I do get called out there because it's a live stream event, that I kind of have a feeling that some of the trolls would drop a dime, and then you would have multiple police show up, multiple state troopers show up on that scene. And I'm quite sure that I would be booked in and arrested. So is it worth it? Probably if I do a video as opposed to a live stream, it may be worth it. Hello, Harvey. Yeah, we'd bail her out. I think some people would throw away the keys. Okay, take care, Andrea. Nice seeing you, honey. Yeah, Harvey's the man. Harvey's the man down here. So I don't know. We'll see. We got things like the old. We'll be going around. There's a lot of choice stuff to see when you're urban chooching. We have the first drive-in wedding chapel in Reno that's abandoned now. So the good thing too is when I'm on the road, if you live in a city where there's attractions and abandoned buildings or factories that you have access to, let me know. Like if you live around the Reno area and you're a security guard or something. What? Leah, not you, me. I'm talking about when I'm on the road. You're not going to be in a danger zone. I could never let you be in a risky position. So, I'd never put you in. I'd love to put you in that position, push that wheelchair into that abandoned mental institution. Be like something, whatever happened to Baby Jane, you just start to do 360s in your wheelchair, and I'll pretend I'm serving you a rat on the silver platter. How you doing, Diamonds? Yeah, I'm not sure, Sean and Males. They also have a drive-through funeral home where you just sit in your car and the music pipes through, turn to FM 88.9, and then you hear the funeral music and a little bit of a tribute from one of the family members, something very tasteful and classy. Something very tasteful and classy like that. Yeah, I've written a letter to Daddy. His address is heaven above. I've written a letter to Daddy saying I love you. I've written a letter to, what a creepy movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely the Betty Davis. I mean, Missy Jenn's like the beautiful former star. I mean, Missy Jenn and I, we have to reenact that. Oh, and by the way, we got rats down the cellar. Oh, Susan. I love that line. Oh, by the way, Blanche, we got rats down the cellar. I'm thinking to myself, this ain't gonna be a good movie, right? I mean, this is a hell of, I think it's just like, what a great movie. To me, I never was a big fan of Betty Davis's. I believe that she overacted in a lot of her stuff. She's a very strong woman character. Maybe that was kind of a turnoff. I don't know. Dark Victory, some of the other flicks that she was in, but man, was she perfect. She did not care how seedy, how crappy, how totally worn down she looked when she took a role like Baby Jane in that thing. I mean, it was unbelievable. We're not going to Vegas, Judy. We're just going to Reno. I don't think anybody's going to be meeting us. Yeah, speaking of rats, Harvey, how's everything on Rat Patrol? Yeah, Thelma Lou says Jezebel was good. She was very young. She was very young in that. But there was just, I don't know how I felt about it. And then she did a lot of crappy movies in the 60s and the 70s. So it was kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, I need to be on the golden age of Hollywood, Shannon, because I loved move from the silent 1920 to 1940. 1946, the last good movie was The Best Years of Our Lives, starring Dana Andrews and I think Teresa Wright in that. I'm not sure if Teresa Wright was in that, but yeah, Teresa. Come on, who played the wife of Frederick March was in that. That was a great movie. Frederick March, thank you. And Myrna Loy, yeah, was the husband. I think was Teresa Wright in that too? The beautiful Teresa Wright, who I always had a crush on. Yeah, Myrna Loy. Great movie. They don't make them the way they used to, Free Birdie. All they do is remake this prequel, sequel, frequel. Fuck you. Yeah, Myrna Loy. Yeah, just yeah. You're reading a book on Barbara Lamar. That's cool. My favorite actor is probably one you've never heard of. Was the great Louise Brooks. Louise Brooks was born in Cherryvale, which was a suburb of Wichita, Kansas. One of those Midwest beauties, Louise Brooks, and she went out to Hollywood. And she refused to be on the casting couch and ended up going to Germany and made some outstanding movies. I think the director was Pabst over there or something like that. Just a Diary of a Lost Girl, which is an incredibly forward movie for 1929. And some other movies, absolutely beautiful. She was the one that really brought in the bob in the 1920s, that beautiful bob. Oh, everyone knows Louise Brooks. Okay. I'm impressed. Her style was iconic. I was just absolutely in love with her. Diary of a Lost Girl was just incredible. That and Metropolis were just unbelievable. Have you seen my little chooch? I did. I saw a little bit of it, Harvey. Pretty soon the cops are going to be coming to your door, Harvey. I'm just saying, hello, Mr. Z. Yeah, great interview on Louise Brooks. She died in New York City in a low-income apartment. Yeah, she refused to play the casting couch game. When a director would say it's we do the horizontal mambo or it's get out of town. She got out of town. She got out of town. Ernest Hemingway. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Ernest Hemingway. Good stuff. TCM is a good channel. I'd love to be on the old movie panel. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Those movies of the 20s and 30s, the 1928 or 1929, The Trial of Joan of Arc, just a horror show of a movie. Just freakishly clear black and white. Scary as unbelievable. Oh, Free Birdie says, I met lots of famous people. I just need to add Elvis to the list. There you go. Yeah, Louise died in Rochester, I believe. She didn't make many movies. She didn't make many movies, but my goodness. The other one that was very underrated that never got any credit was Marion Davies, who was William Randolph Hearst's mistress. And she always got kind of the snicker, hey, that's Willie's girlfriend and stuff. But you see her in some of her 1920s silent movies. She's amazingly expressive. Um, starring with the great I can't remember her name, Maria Dreyer or something like. Just amazing, just amazing. And who else? Also, the one that died terribly in a garage. They don't know whether she killed herself on Pacific Coast Highway was Thelma Todd. Her and Patsy Kelly and Thelma Todd, they were like Vicki Lawrence and Carol Burnett. They were like the answer to Laurel and Hardy in the 1920s and 30s. Thelma Todd and Patsy Kelly. Unbelievable. Trust and believe. Thelma Todd, yeah, above her restaurant. That's exactly right, Dawn. So when I go down to LA, I'm going to showcase that because it's still there. We rode by it when I was down there in November. We rode by and it's still all there. So right at the height of her career to be dead in a garage, or she would have really gone over the, she would have really been much better known than she is today. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for silent movies. Some of the most powerful silent movies, some of the most powerful movies I've ever seen have been silent movies. Imitation of Life, another mind-blowing one. You see another young Santa Rosa girl. What's her name? Natalie Wood. Yeah, Tom Finlan, just to give you guys a little bit of background on Tom Finlan, has been on my channel for actually years here, and he's commented on many of my videos. The reason Tom is on here is his schedule is such that when I'm doing daytime live streams on the street, that Tom is able to come in and be a moderator. He's also somebody I trust very much that, you know people when they've been around for a long time. He'd never been a mod on the channel before, but he's done a good job. He's learned what he's doing. Hey D-Dub, how you doing? And since my mods, they actually get tipped out once a month. I do a live stream, and then whatever people tip out, we just distribute to, for what they do too. I feel very embarrassed, if it's just I'm getting tips and not sharing it with the people that do so much work on here, like Oda May, like Tom Finlan. Some people have declined, Juice and some others, and Harvey. Yeah, it's snowing where I am outside of Vegas. It's all it seems to do down there now. D-Dub is snow down there. It's unbelievable. Yeah, they reopened the investigation of Natalie Wood. I guess that'll lead to Robert Wagner, huh? Good afternoon, spirits. How are you? Good afternoon. That'll probably lead to Robert Wagner, huh? Okay, D-Dub, I'll check it out. I've just been absolutely buried in email and messages, just blowing up, and just crazy. Free Birdie says, oh, I want to be your mod. I need the money. Well, it's difficult. When I'm on a live stream on Streamlabs, I really don't have the ability to mod the chat. It's not like being on mobile YouTube. Streamlabs, I actually have to have my computer running here at home, and then that brings in the links that I want to show people. Like I had links for Berkeley, and I have other greetings, messages that roll. But other than that, it's very hard to remove. You depend on your moderators to be there. Hey, Shannon, how are you, sweetie? Thank you. Yeah, I had to apologize to Jen because I was rattling around the kitchen. I had the computer on in the kitchen, and I was listening too loud to C.R. Boger. You know, they do the funny things on the community, and I guess it was too loud, so Jen could hear it. Nice to be here. Oh, more snow in the mountains of New Hampshire. That's beautiful. New Hampshire, up in the Mount Washington, I think is in New Hampshire, huh? The highest wind speed ever recorded on planet Earth. I think it was 212 mile an hour wind recorded. It just broke it. Hey, how you doing, BTB? More royalty in the house. Yeah, Jen does a nice hang, and I felt real bad. I told her, Harvey, don't take out BTB life, okay? He's a good friend of mine, okay? So you'll get to know he's a friend of very years standing in here. You should also admire him. He's an Elvis hunter, so he's golden here. He's a perfect gentleman. He's also very handsome too. Oh, Rosie, so many good-looking men and women, so little time. Yeah, you don't get a boot from a Troll-A-Rama. We don't. We give the wrenches the time off. There's Telfer. How you doing, Sam? I liked your tacos, El Telfer there. That was pretty cool. You got some skills, girl. Yeah, I'm glad to see John Blacktop Boondocker bound around a little more. Missed him. He was an integral part. He was part and parcel one of the most famous funny scenes, him and Elvis going at it. He's the one that said, I'm going to come to Chicago and I'm going to crap on the hood of your van. Oh, Sid, can you imagine that? I mean, we've had some really dynamic moments down here. We've had some really, really awesome moments. Did you see last night's panel was like an OG Boyd panel before Bergs came on? It was pretty funny. Yeah, there we go. The subject of my wet dreams. There we go. But yeah. Yeah, I know, Hondo. It was weird. You know, how you gonna, of course, Natalie Wood was a booze hound too, though. I mean, it's like Rosie's a booze hound. I wonder how I'm going to be able to give up alcohol for Lent. Ooh. It's funny. Nobody can forget you, Free Birdie. That's for sure. Giving up drinking. Well, let me tell you, Rosie, you may think that you're relevant around here. You may think I live in an institution with paintings on the walls. Let me tell you, I write the script. Pepperidge Farm remembers, I may be institutionalized. I may have worked in a post office. It may be true. I may have been that one that you saw sorting mail underneath the flashing fluorescent light with the kicking talk on the wall. I went fucking postal. This is my new home. I got that. Oh, you almost changed when she died. Wow. Okay. You know. Oh, I can't do that, Mr. Z. I finally returned to the church for the first time in 10 years last Friday. Yeah, even an impersonation of Melton. Melton was on my side, Chad. I said hi to Melton. I'm trying to make peace with Melton. Melton thinks that I considered him dead. Okay, I don't. You know, it's one big community. Yeah, Tom Finland's have turned Protestant. No Lent. Then I wouldn't be able to torture myself with thoughts of beer. I wouldn't be able to torture myself with thoughts of beer and all that. So it was good. It was good. It was good. Welcome back, Shannon. It was very interesting. You know, if you've not gone to confession in 10 years, I made an appointment. I didn't want to hold up the line on Saturday afternoon, right? What's going on? Papa Grizz, glad to see you back. Don't ever leave my chat, Papa Grizz. You're welcome here, my friend. Okay, you're amongst friends on here. Okay? You're amongst friends. I couldn't do that. Hold up the line. So you know what I did? I booked the one-on-one in person for 1 hour. And I'm happy. It was great. Hey, RV Radio. Yeah, well, you know, no, I didn't catch fire. Callie Rose, you made me choke on my banana bread. I can still be me, but you know, I'm 60, man. I could be gone tomorrow, right? I don't want to be down breaking rocks with Vinny down in Rosie. I've been waiting for you. Rosie, I've been expecting you. There it is. Oh shit! I'm gonna put Vinny's head on the fireplace over here. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, thank you, D-Dub. I'm an old bat. You know, that funny Scottish. Tell Vin, I'm going to put a cutout of Vinny's head over there. Welcome to hell, boys. It's like something out of High Plains Drifter. Oh, we love that. Papa Grizz, you know, it goes with the turf. People going to call the cops. When I'm on the road and I'm live streaming, I'm going to be booted out of places. Cops are going to be called. It's just, it's part of, it is what it is. What's your secret? Laugh a lot. Laugh a lot. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Yeah, Vinny's been a very bad, very, very, very bad boy. Oh, okay. Awesome, Glenn. Let us know, honey. You're coming through for lunch. That would be great. That would be great. That would be awesome. Good deal. Yes, Scottish. Unfortunately, I don't know, but Jen, is this ground dried enough yet? If an RV comes in, or is it's just gonna sink down back there? It's just we're underwater here. We've had some torrential rain, so
get more rain next week.
More rain next week, so we can't even put an RV. Narsa is coming up to visit next month. We can't even let him bring his semi onto the property because he'll sink. I'll have to get a record to pull him out. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Oh, you got to copy the script. There you go, Shauna. Take care, honey. You got to copy the script. Yeah, so he's going to have to park on the street here. He's going to have to put it up on a curb. Oh, Nomadic Fanatic is selling his death trap for only $17K. Maybe I got Eric's, maybe I'll email him. I'll put him on the panel. What do you think, Joe King? What do you think? You guys are very sweet. Mama Bear and I are the same age. We're sisters. We're going to have our own happy acres. We're going to share a room together and terrorize everyone in that nursing home. Rosie, it's gonna be like another whatever happened to Baby Jane, right? Sorry, Mama Bear's wheelchair went down the steps. I don't know. Slippery hands. Sue me. That's it. I'm just laughing, you know. I did apologize to Mama Bear last night at the beginning. Okay, I don't know. She's mad about Vegas. You know, who knows, Mama Bear? It's a long time between now and December, okay? Why don't you come to Florida and be in the streamer house, huh? That'd be a lot of fun, right? To have Mama Bear in the streamer house taking over. Get out of my way, Rosie. Punk. You punk. Get out of here. Go put your Dorito bikini on. Go do a video. Imagine that. I did, because she timed me out twice when I went in to say hi, and then she was dropping some nasty stuff on me. So then I returned the favor the other night. I only timed her out one time, and then she went off and did a video. Rosie's pissed. Well, I mean, look, it's just for fun, and it's just for laughs. That's all it is. I'm not trying to get anybody. I'm not trying to get anybody fired up. So not really, Shannon. I got a lot of bounce to me. I'm not one of those militant trans women that, because I consider myself kind of more third gendered. So maybe I don't take it so in the gut. And I got a lot of, I know in her heart that she's not a hater. So at least you hope not. So. But she did take me to the woodshed. Yeah, I know, Shannon. I've gotten that loud and clear. So, I mean, I get that over in the Boyd. I get that in the Boyd too. You can go over to Tribes Chat, and they're all, he and Rosie, and yeah, the streamer house will be fun. You gonna come over, Dory Lynn, spend a couple days? Yeah. Yeah, Mama Bear. What they have those people that walk down the strip, Cobra John? They're giving you the strip club. They like popping those. The Mexicans. Look, Claude. Hello, Claude. Claude's futons is in the house. They still make futons, isn't it? They're like those beds that open up, and it's like some Japanese or Asian style, bed of discomfort or something like that. Dave does things his own way. Okay. Dave doesn't approve that I have decided that I'm not going to worry about. I'm not a behavioral scientist. Okay. I don't have a degree in aberrant psychology. I've been down the road, as you can see from the description box in the Hangout last night. I started my interventions in November of 2015. And in all the years I've tried to intervene, and in all the years I've tried to get Marshall to pull positive, it's been a colossal waste of time. 2019, I finally saw the light. I'm like, I can't help what you talk about. I can't help that. I can't help what Mallory talks about. I can't help what Vegas Barbie talks about. I can't help what D-Dub talks about, or Sean, or my friend Nicole. That's their stuff. And I give them respect for that. I can control what comes out of my mouth, make sure I don't hurt people. And I can also control what happens on my panel. Come on my panel, you're not going to dominate it. And number two, if you get crazy, you're out. Short of that, I don't think that anything ever changes. Now, Dave has an idea. He wants to handle things his own way. Now, give Dave credit. Dave stepped up and walked the walk. He didn't just talk the talk. He spent money. He spent time. Don't sell Dave short. That's all I'm saying. He's the only one that's rolled up in person on Elvis. Thank you, Quinny. I don't mind if, well, low profile. I'm going to be doing a Space Girl tonight. I'm going to have a little fun before we take off for Reno. A little bit of adult fun. Well, Tasha didn't purposely meet. You know, Tasha didn't have it stuck in her crawl to meet. I mean, Dave's going to do what Dave's going to do. Okay. Dave's going to do what Dave's going to do. I know Janelle is not happy, but I got to do things the way I got to do it. Right. Janelle thinks, Rosie, we've got to get 3 older men to sit down. Just like we had Wanderlust Estates State of the Birdseed address in the Walmart in 2015. Also linked in my description box last night. We need to have 3 men sit down with Elvis and have a frank discussion. Let me know how it works out for you. But I'll tell you, if you resort to violence, then you've lost the upper hand. Short of violence, which I never want to see. How you doing, Jen? Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you're risking arrest and you're going to be jailed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pointless talking. So I don't really care. And you know, it's like you guys do. You do look good. You do look good, Susan. You're very attractive. You guys do what you want to do your own way. I'm not going to join that. Dave doesn't subscribe to what I do. I don't subscribe to what Dave does. But Dave is a friend. And I respect Dave for at least being a person of action. Okay? He's a person that's willing to meet people face to face. And I think if more people did that on YouTube, they might get along a little better. Yeah, I have done my part, Judy. I've done my point. Yeah, okay. So I'm an alcoholic now, but I'm not a sloppy drunk. You know, I'm not like the Burgatron that sometimes whips out of control. I'm a happy drunk. I might shake. But I'm going to give it up for Lent. So it's going to be interesting. Hey, how you doing, Tango? Yeah, I think most people find their happiest place, Shannon, when they do that. Like Shannon said, I'm always attracted to someone's soul. I don't care what the soul's wrapped. Exactly. And I don't think the Lord cares either. Okay. This is my belief. You'll be judged on what you did. Okay, the way you interacted with other people. Okay, I mean, that's my opinion about things. Yeah, that's what I like about Hondas. Like, I hate everybody equally. Claude, you remember that. I'm not going to dwell on it. Okay, Dave can do whatever the heck Dave wants to do. Once again, his mouthpiece, his channel. Okay, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole with you of commenting on that. Okay, because I know Dave and I have met in real, along with Missy Jenn, and he treated us perfectly. But Dave also knows that I'm an independent person and I do my own thing. Okay. Okay. Dave has his way of feeling and thinking. I've got many more years on the rock pile than Dave. That's the only caution I would say to Dave is while you're pounding away with that sledgehammer a mile a minute, slow down. Because at the end of the day, it ain't gonna go anywhere, you know. Yeah, meeting face to face is much better than guess a troll. So I say, you know, Claude, get in your rig and go get him, Claude. Go get him, Claude. I'll spin things any way I want, Claude. You get in your rig and you go get him. You be a justice warrior. You be that social justice warrior that's going to extract that revenge. You do that. You pick up that mantle and you take that. And you ride like the charge of the light brigade. Cannons to the left of me, cannons to the right. Onward, road to 600 through the valley of death. The famed Scottish Light Brigade, destroyed, decimated in one of the most stupid attacks in history. But let's face it, sometimes the stupid shit that's done gets the most glory. They write songs about it. "1812 Overture." Thank you, Jeremy. I'm old. I'm 60. I don't got a fight lift in me anymore. I want to enjoy my years. Dave's in his 40s. I dub thee night. No, I'm proving, Claude, I have a brain. That's what I'm proving. You're proving you're no better than the worst of the trolls on YouTube. And I think everybody sees that. That's right, Mr. Z. The Crimean War, not remembered well by many. Most people could not even place the theater of operations of that war, much less the time period of that war. But that war left us one of the most glorious poems in history about the futility of things. When that famed light brigade charged down that valley in the Crimea with cannons to the left and right and just came back decimated. I think 134 lived out of 600. Yeah, Sean's like, yes, we don't talk about that one, but it's glorious. It's glorious for two reasons. It shows people just fearlessly gone into the jaws of certain death. Where are your commanders? And number two, it shows that sometimes the most agonizing things in history make the most memorable. Thank you, RV King. Yeah, Claude can do, but see, Claude gets frustrated when people don't play along with the troll game. Even though this is a Troll-A-Rama, Claude gets frustrated because he gets no traction. It's like being on a black ice on a road. He wants to try to inspire. He wants to come over and bring his little bag of hate over from another hangout and sow the seeds of discontent. But he knows in a chat where I'm responsible for what comes out of my mouth, I don't take the bait. You heading out? Huh? I need from. You want to get something for the trip? Just maybe get some Cheez-Its or something tomorrow. Some cheese. Yeah, cheese nips. I think we got some water still in the van. Might get a 12-pack of Mick Ultra or something. Just if you see a 12-pack, you know, just use the car and just get cans, no bottles. We do need some crispy crackers, right? KRISPY, Sunshine brand Krispies. There we go. Tango said, Rosie, I just reached the idea I should tolerate because of all then the recent Tucker she met it was total war again. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna let them. Fight that war. I will, Christina. Missy Jenn is yeah. Claude's futon supplies Melton with mattresses. Huh? Jen, yeah, I'm cheap. I don't like to buy beer when I'm. It might be 50 cents more expensive up in. I'm gonna get something to drink. All right. Yeah, loudest ice maker you ever heard. That's what people always say. But at least I don't crunch my. Listen to Hondo. GD, that shit is. Is it really that loud? Is it really? Lent is 40 days. 40 days. Slow catching boy. What's the status? The Melton Goes Postal minis. Isn't that funny, RV? You know, what a great movie. Melvin Goes Postal. Poor old Melvin working, right? The 20th of December, just when he finishes that last sack of mail coming in to be sorted for the route, here comes the truck with 4 more 200-pound sacks of mail. Merry Christmas, Melton. Oh, if that guy said that to me one more time, I'm Melton. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to work this weekend. Meanwhile, you have that shitty green color on the wall, that 1950s gloss lead paint on the walls of the inside of the post office sorting station, right? You got the 30-watt fluorescent bulbs that are flickering, bzz, making noise, buzzing, and then you got that damn clock on the wall. Yeah, you think Bergs? You should sue Bergs then for breaking your eardrum. You know, that's the problem. There's Tasha. He threatened to burn my house down. So, you know, that's the thing. Tasha's an independent agent, right? Tasha believes that she's latched on to litigation as the solution to everything. Now, wouldn't you be compelled to be down there? Wouldn't you want to be following that? I sure as hell would. Wouldn't you want to see me hang with Laura of Laura's Hope? See me hang with Tasha? Get to know Peanut? Cookie? Nice doggy. Hell yeah. Yeah, you need to program your DVRs to record the Melton Goes Postal miniseries. I'll tell you what, Andrew. I told you before, Melton didn't like it, but I told you Melton was like the 7-year locust. Every 7 years, they come up out of the ground. They feast for a while. They hug trees. And when you come out one morning, and on the side of your tree is an empty shell. Where in the hell did the thing go? Was there a bug in here? That's Melton. Tasha's about to head out to make some to make some quality content. So I mean, don't you want to be a part? Yeah, that's right. Sub each other, help each other grow. That's exactly. At the beginning of last night's hangout, I came out and recommended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels. You also got Tasha on the side chat. It should be very watchable. Whether you like Tasha as a person or not, whether you believe in her philosophy, which I don't, but it's not a deal breaker for the person, you know. She's got some things that are very intriguing to me, and probably vice versa. So I look forward to meeting her, having a good time. Harvey, don't be taking out free birdies messages, please. Harvey's still getting away. There we go. Harvey, this is a Troll-A-Rama, my friend. A Troll-A-Rama is we let people post the things that they, within, you know, I don't want anybody doxed out, but, so I'll chase that was down, a sub that second. Yeah. So, I mean, it's very possible, I'll talk to Narsa, Marshall. I will talk to Narsa myself. Like I said, Marshall, last night had to be about people with their say. From now on, I have open panels at night, except when I'm doing Space Girl from Planet X. You know, I have, anybody will be welcome in the future, but last night was a very important event to have. Okay, and let's face it, Marshall, I mean, you said some raw shit about people too. So, good afternoon, Lisa. So, on behalf of that, Marshall, I apologize for that. Okay? Not much I can do about it, though. But there's nothing strikeable on the hangout last night. So, like I said, Marshall, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of sympathy. You know, when their cops are knocking down my door and people are putting all my shit out there too, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, let's move on from that subject. We're just having a general Troll-A-Rama. Anybody can talk about anything on here. So I'm not, you know, like I said, I have open panels, and last night was just a kind of event where, you know, you had the pro side on Tuesday night. Last night we had the counter side. So I don't think that there was anything that was super negative about that. Yeah, Mr. Z, maybe he'll panel up. I'd love to have Mr. Z come on. The great Mr. Z. The great Mr. Z. And I will talk to Narsa. Narsa's coming out to visit. Narsa's coming out to visit. It's coming out to visit. Yeah, I think I think Tango, I am going to put you on panel because I haven't paneled with you before. It was going to be a Troll-A-Rama, but I'm going to go ahead and let me see if I can send you a link. I would like to hear your point of view. This will be let's see. I guess I'm going to have an email. You can just write me. I can make it like new at Gmail, and that's a tribute to my repair business. You can pop me just right there, and I will shoot you the link back. It's a two-way street, you know. I don't have anything, you know. I'm running my own show now. I ran a very I can't have what happens on the side chat. That's why I have moderators on there. So let's see. So I will talk to Narsa about that. But remember, Marshall, 2 wrongs never make a right. So we'll see. Let's see if Tango hits that in there. I've written a letter to Daddy. Well, I'm interested. I don't have any leak in my group, Hondo. There's nothing in my group. Everybody's free to publish every text message from me, everything. You have my permission to put it out there. Okay. How more transparent can I be? Let's see if Tango. Did that door just hold on? The door came open. All right. All right. Let me see. Copy. Okay, there's Tango. Boom. Okay, Tango, let me hit this. There you go. Okay, so I'll be interested in here. I've never had you. I've enjoyed you on other panels, of course, but I've never had you on my panel. So, Hondo, I'm pretty much the same in real life as I am online. I've always been very careful to be very careful about what I say, both in messages and on Hangouts. And I wish I'd done the same for some of my crazy behavior, but as far as spoken words and stuff like that, Hello, Tango. Gary, let me see, make sure I've got me a test.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Got you perfectly. Welcome aboard the great Tango Z.
Hello, Rosie. God, blimey, I feel quite honoured. Actually, I'm starstruck, I think.
No, I'm in shock. I mean, I always like, I'm trying to make good with Nicole and stuff, because I love her dearly. She's one of the people I really, truly, deeply love here on YouTube. So I tried to catch her streams, and I really enjoy them. And wow, you really, I'm not going to get into it here. You got a hell of a story behind you. You're impressive. I'm just going to say, from whence you came.
Yes, I'm quite a survivor. Yes,
pretty unbelievable. So max respect to you. Anyway, I'm honored that you came on here. So I know you've wanted to get on the panel. The time zone difference was,
oh yeah, it's a killer. It's impossible normally, your normal hangouts for us in the UK, unless you completely sleep during the day and then you're online, stay awake all night. It's
then you're like Harvey, right?
Then I become Harvey, yes, and I end up, and it's a short stretch. You end up hunting rats in basements very quickly.
You're so, I know, you're so wrapped up into the U.S. time zone that the rats are literally eating your house apart.
Exactly, that's what I get goes on. It's a slippery slope,
So what do you, Tango? You've kind of gone back and forth on. Sometimes the tide rises and you hear something like on after Tucker's family. Not sometimes the tide falls and you feel like, it's kind of sticks and stones, and there's always two sides of attack on YouTube. So what is your I've never had you on before, so the floor is yours.
Well, I've matured quite a lot, I would say, from when I first started trolling Elvis. So I would say, and I moved my position several times regarding it. I used to, if you remember, I used to say to you, look, I used to white knight you quite a lot. I'd be saying, this crap is saying really nasty things about you. Yeah. And then I thought, and then as I got smarter, and I thought, well, Rosie isn't actually hurt by this, yeah. And then I got to see the bits that did actually hurt you, and the bits that couldn't appear to hurt you. And and of course, when I moved my position, I thought, well, Elbow's not hurting her for whatever reason. Elbow's not hurting her, And then I got to the point where I was getting so many laughs out of Elbow, and so much fun trolling him, and just having such a wonderful time, being mean to him as possible, that I thought, oh my God, what's life after Elbow? What's if I do succeed in demolishing him somehow, yeah, and I use what I have at my disposal to come up with a plan, then how am I going to get my laughs? Yeah, I have to be honest with myself here. How the hell am I going to get my laughs? And I just about got that. I thought, okay, and I thought to myself, also, it's better if he's in public view, because I think if he's still going to be a bad guy, even if he's not on YouTube. Yeah, we ain't fundamentally going to change the fact that he will go out there and be mean in the real world. Somehow he'll find a way of being mean. Yeah, he'll take advantage of an old lady or something. It's in his nature. I really do believe he's a sociopath. Could end up being a psychopath, but certainly a sociopath. He's not capable of feeling empathy for other people. He can't feel for other people. And I thought to myself, well, this is great. He can't feel anything. And so I can be really mean and horrible to him. And the guy's incapable of feeling anything. And the worst side of my character, I can finally get to express some of the worst sides of myself, yeah, without feeling horrible, yeah. And I got there and I thought, okay, I'm happy. I'm settled with this now. I don't mind Rosie making money. I never did. I want Rosie to make money. So I'm happy with that as well. So I thought we're good to go. Let's get this show on the road. And then he went after Tucker's family, and I'm a father. Yeah, I'm a father. And of course, that is the end of it. It was the fact I could go away. I don't mind people calling each other cunts. Don't care a sod about that. Really doesn't bother me at all. People are horrible to each other on YouTube. Yeah, and I've gotten past all that.
Well, it's like I say, Tango. I'm finally going to, it's what comes out of my mouth that I can control. But what comes out of other people's mouths and things, I've had 4 years on the rock pile. I don't disrespect his family. I like his family. I like Narsa. I like Janet. His family knows me. But I cannot honestly control what comes out of other people's mouths. It's just not.
Of course not. No, I don't hold you responsible for any of that, and I'm sure you get so much love on here. Come on, you obviously you see the hate, but you've got to remember you get 95% love and 5% hate.
Trust me, I'm not whining. I'm just saying that I just know I can take care of my own stuff, and I'm going to be having my own agenda, and it's all it's going to be on the road a lot, and I'm not going to be really involved in a lot of this thing. I just enjoy meeting people, as
yeah,
but it's up to Tucker to avenge that, and Vinny and Marshall to fight those battles. But if you mind your mouth, then you don't get into the problems that and I've happily supported Tucker with donations, and and things like that. And I'll continue
Mm.
to do that. So, but I'm interested in your take on it, because you're a very dispassionate observer. You do.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm fairly passionate about, I'm an Elvis troll, aren't I? Basically, I've trolled him for past year or so, and I've been fairly there. I've been there with joking most nights, doing my best to poke fun at the guy. So I would suppose I'm dispassionate to a degree, yeah, but there is a strong motivating factor in me there. I don't like the way he behaves, but I do like the fun he gives me. So it is.
Yeah, well, I admire your honesty about that. A lot of people will just secretly watch and then tell people don't watch. I've heard that so many times. Don't watch. Or I mean, I was thinking to myself, how offended are people about Tucker? And then they go over there in droves to continue watching. And I'm just thinking, well, wait a minute, how upset should I really be?
Well, I pretty well boycotted him after the Tucker thing, so I kind of stopped. I stopped going over there pretty much.
For that. That's good.
Pretty much, I did stop going over there. But I mean, I've ramped up the other activities. As you could see, I'm trying to talk to Tasha now. I'm going to try and come up with some way of raising money for Tasha to take, legal action. Let's try and tie an elbow up in the court or something. If Tasha's game for it, we'll come up with some method there. There's going to be something. There's about 4 separate, different, distinct plots going against Elvis at the moment. There's about 4 of them.
Goodbye, Don. I think it's very interesting what Tasha's doing. I've tried to get her on to discuss that, but she's got her own daily activities and things like that. But I'd be fascinated to tear into it. But of course, I'm drawn to the fact to go to not only to kick off my retirement travels in a big way, but also curious about having a streaming house set up, and then also following all that stuff that's gone on. I think
that's going to be super fun.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to you doing all that. And are you still going ahead with the RV idea?
Yeah, I think my first trip's going to be in the van, and I'll probably just hotel it the first. I'll treat myself like a little bit of Irish royalty, and I'll stay in a Motel 6 or something.
That would be funny as well.
My way across and hit some cities and do some content, but to bring more content from streaming content, real-time content from there, I think would be. I think people would either hate it or you don't, but I think some people would enjoy seeing Tasha sort of unplugged, and in something like a streamer house, and Mallory.
That would be very funny.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I'm sure somebody would bust out the streamer house just to wreck the idea of it. But I want to just enjoy and have fun, and just.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't do anything to me. I suppose if we did raise money, we'd go after him legally, or maybe we might pay someone with a megaphone to cause a bit of trouble in the area. I don't know how far we would go in that particular area. I don't know. He's in Clearwater. People have talked about getting Scientologists interested in him. As being a suppressive character to the Scientologists or something.
They would.
He's right by those headquarters of the Scientologists.
Yeah, maybe I'll take him. Maybe I'll take. That's a good idea, Tango. Maybe get Marshall all dressed up. We'll go down to the Scientology building, and we'll put this dilemma in their life. Maybe
exactly. We'll see if we can get him. See if they can clear him or something.
I mean, that's a great idea. What do you think, Side Chat, to maybe we'll do a Scientology intervention and laying on of the hands or something. Maybe a revival, like a Pentecostal revival session or something like that.
I don't know how we'd get them onto Elbow. Perhaps tell them he's claiming to be a reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard or something. There's a guy in a van in Walmart. He's telling everyone he's L. Ron Hubbard,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We could have Bergs kind of direct us on the right way to proceed with, Tom Cruise. That's what I said, Shannon. We need to look at Shannon. I've said for a while this needs Tom.
They'd send Tom Cruise to get him all 5'2". Tom Cruise. He's the right height for a battle with
Shannon is friggin' hilarious. I mean, this chick is unchained, man. He is funny as fuck. I'm saying, could you imagine Bergs on the phone? Rosie, I am the show. Let me talk to this Scientologist.
It would be brilliant.
He'd be like, no, hold on, I'm the show, Mr. Scientologist. Let me tell you a thing or two about Scientology. I am the show. Who in the hell is this? This is the show. He's on the phone here. He's the one that told us to come down here. So we're gonna have a lot of fun going forward. Do a lot of crazy stuff. Respect. I'm not one to disrespect people on streets and stuff like that, but I'm just saying we can still have some good fun. Yeah, what did you think? I thought Bergs was pretty well decent last night. I don't know if you saw any of the replay. I mean, he runs hot and cold some nights. I mean, I've tried to give him a shout out at the beginning.
Well, the biggest issue with Bergs is always volume. Yeah, he's just too loud. Even when you turn him, you say, I'm turning him down to 1. You need something less than 1. I don't mean 0. I'm not going that far, yeah. But you do need something less than 1, because when you say I'm turning him down to 1, he's still ridiculously loud compared to everybody else. And that makes it a painful experience listening to him, because he's got a very abrasive voice. So it's painful listening to Berg. So people are sat there in the chat.
Yeah, I try to. I need something below that 1, like a 25% fractals to take that down. Hello, Francis. How are you? Nice to see you. Got Francis in the house. Nice to see you, Francis. Welcome aboard. I try to. Shannon is the bomb. She cracks me up. I try to turn that. Low. I'm getting better, I think. But then I got Vegas Vixen comes on, and she's evidently, if you have a Apple iPhone 7 or something, the microphone is terrible for pickup on that. So it's
right.
I'm always trying to adjust the control board in here, but I think that'll be a lot of fun in Florida. I might also look around for look around for a rig there. So we'll see. I mean, that's a good time of the year in April a lot of people are leaving and selling their rigs because the snowbirding is over at that point. So hello, Monique. Welcome back, honey. Welcome back.
Yeah, Bergs when he's sober is almost tolerable if he doesn't shout. And on the rare occasions he'll let other people speak and do a bit of back and forth with them, and they are rare occasions, you have to admit. But when he actually does that, it's not actually he's almost human. It's almost tolerable. I can almost tolerate. But I mean, that's what 5% of the time.
Hello, Vinny G. Of course you may. Vinny G says, hi, Rosie. May I ask you a question, please? Of course.
Oh, there he is. There's the man.
History for 500. Here we go. Jeopardy. Go ahead, Vinny. Nice to see you. Welcome aboard, Vinny G. Do you live near Fresno? I am about 100, maybe 120 miles from Fresno. That's in the Central Valley. I'm northwest of there by about an hour and about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours from Fresno drive time. You have a mission for me, Vinny? Vinny's going to send me out on a mission. Oh, you must have met though. Go, yeah, Fresno. Look up another shithole town called, what the hell is that? Mendota. Mendota. The water's all fucked up in the town Mendota. You know, the groundwater, it's all Mexicans living there. The groundwater is so polluted with agricultural chemicals. It's just like a total crackhead town now. It's Fresno is really, really a tough place now. And I fear Modesto may turn the same way. The only thing that really saves Modesto is that it's close to Yosemite. So Kit and Cat's like, send Elvis to Mendota.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure, Polly. I run my own show. Like I say, I'm respectful, but you know,
Yeah, well,
people.
Elbo's tactic recently, though, of course, I did overhear him something by some channel. I did hear him speaking, and he's saying how everyone's attacking his family. Yeah, which of course I'm opposed to. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
no one should be attacking anybody's family. So I'm totally against Elbo's family being attacked or used in any way whatsoever. But you can see that now he's trying to use that to try and invalidate the attack on Tucker's family. So and that's his strategy. It's his strategy, because I think what was said about his family, he's not saying it, but I think someone said it was fairly mild what was said about a member of his family. You know, it wasn't. You know, it certainly wasn't. I'm going to rape your daughter's level of, you know, badness. Yeah, to which he got close to saying that. He didn't quite go there, but it was very close to that level.
Yeah, I feel like his family's strong. I mean, if you really care about, and I shouldn't say anything. Obviously Tango, my family's been through the valley of hell too, because of YouTube and some of my own antics and stuff. And so I got a little bit of sense of that, but you know, they're more, you know, it's where you go from here. I guess that's what I'm trying.
He's been saying recently that you're more important to him than his family, that he has more with you than he does with his own family. So, you know, obviously he can't be that close to his own family. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's about how close you are. You don't want your family attacked, but in any way, and it shouldn't happen in any way. But that's what he's saying. He's been saying that he sees you as his mother.
I guess because, you know, I have been around for years, and but make no mistake about it. You can see history going back, as I had linked up in my channel description box last night, back to 2015 of March, when he did the birdseed owl intervention with Wanderlust Estate at the Walmart. And then I was out in Chicago in November. And we thought, okay, we did it. Everything's all set. It's on course. But, you know, that's why I kind of gave people a little background or tangos so that they could see why I've now arrived at the place on YouTube that I've arrived.
Oh, yeah. And everyone, I'm sure folks are kind of good to that. We don't hear this anymore of, you know, you're enabling him and all that. It's pretty well. I think it's a done deal. That man, I don't hear it. So, and I'm fairly hooked in with the Elvis trolls. Yeah, so it's not something I hear a lot. There's only one. I mean, there's only one that says that now. That's Jack. Yeah, but so.
Well, Kernal says it's creepy, but I can't. It's the way he perceives me. So I cannot tell somebody their perception of me. But, you know, mom will always have that sort of prodigal. Maybe it's more like a prodigal son thing, that it doesn't matter what the kid did. I mean, at least he returned to ground once in a while. But I've certainly not ever had any fruit born from this experience. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's never born any fruit of change, so I don't ever expect it anymore.
Yeah,
because that's my great turning point.
I am in a fairly unique position for you from your point of view to comment on another situation. Do you remember the you thought that the swatting incident, you thought that was because of Dave the Fisherman, didn't you? You were being friendly with Dave the Fisherman. You said that you thought the swatting incident had happened because of that. And of course, you know, I'm friends with you know, Cooper and all those
Yeah, and
who
yeah,
who the ones who were most upset about the Dave the Fisherman thing, yeah. And I
yep.
got to know them really well, you know, over thing. And the thing is, once you get to know them, you see, so I know that lot, and I know that they're not very trollish at all, yeah. That they're not really very in there as trolls, really.
No, they're
Coop,
not.
Coop, Coop can be a bit underground at times himself, yeah. But that lot is not. So they were not. They were not behind. They were the only ones upset with you over David Fisherman. They were the only ones really upset. That, you know, there was that group was the most upset, and they weren't going to be the group that got you swatted, yeah. But the elbow trolls, who were who's been always been very upset with you over a very long period, were still very upset because near that time, because they were scared you were going to start fixing Elvis's van,
Oh yeah.
right? And it was the knock on from that. So you would have been seeing a delayed effect from that. All of them got very angry about the idea of you fixing Elvis van. That will have kicked off whatever plots were going to happen would have been kicked off at that point, and then they were executed. And you're seeing the time because you're perceiving it that happening after you seeing Dave. You perceived it as you got cause and effect completely mixed up. That's just my. I mean, I don't know. Nobody tells me these things. I'm not involved with anyone who swats or anything like that. Yeah, but that was just my perception from knowing a very bunch of angry elbow trolls. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I would say they are your main. They are still your main concern. You know, when
would you agree now, Tango? I think we've perfectly blended. As many are here as it is. I mean, it's all one, right? I mean, the people that are here are the people that, are, for the most part, are there. But I think the thing that did me was Stewie at that bar that night. When I went into that, you know, I'd had a few beers and I went into what I did not perceive to be a memorial.
No, that was just a mantra that was took up by people who were already angry that you're going to fix Elvis's van.
No, I got a lot more blowback on that. I got a lot more blowback on that night. Wow.
That's what kicked the anthill over. That was it was the Elvis van thing and the Assyrian raising money for war in Syria, which they got, and of course they got misrepresented.
I fear for myself on the road with some of the crazy shit I do. You know,
yeah.
I'm going to offend somebody on somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I'm confident that's where all that came from. And then obviously your perception.
Hey, Joe Smith. But for me, it was a flight of fantasy to talk about. This is what I would do if it was mine. You know, it wasn't intended to, although it's a very defined schedule of work and a project management schedule to be done. Mm-hmm. I just did it more as a flight of fantasy. So. You know, Andrew Hondo is talking about Elvis's sister. I admire Elvis's sister, Janet. I like her because she's very tough. I like her because she's very dedicated to her bodybuilding.
And I think everyone's been quite kind to Janet, you know.
Side chat to Hondo, and I'm just thinking, you know, people will take, it's like, it's Tango, you know, if you can't get the target, you'll go for secondary targets. And
well, I wouldn't, but yes, you're right. Yes, so there are, you know, they're out. We know they're out there that do that. Yeah. You know, so that's.
But I go on the record and say, you know, having met her and spent time with her in person, that she's really a fun-loving person, and. You know, I have no regret about meeting her. So But
Oh gosh, no, you must never regret anything.
It's a sign of the times, that's for sure. Let's see. Cher says, I've been to and hosted many wakes and bars. It's not disrespectful, and especially an honor who is artistic and likes to drink. If you look at Stu's picture on the ball, I kind of judged him to be the guy that would have just laughed. Here's another drunken idiot, and just kind of laughed it off. But I just think it's like Tango said, the table had already been set, and that was what kicked the anthill. That's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, I could see that more clearly because I am friends with Coop Slot, and I could see
I'm still
quite
friends.
clearly what's going on, and I am reasonably hooked in with the elbow trolls. I'm a side player, so to speak, because they know I've got morals, so
of course.
There is only so far, so I'm very much a side player, but so I was able to get a bit of a perspective there. I bet you didn't have, so I thought I should share it. I need to go to Lou. I'll be back in a moment.
No problem.
Thursday.
No problem. I'll be right back too. I've written a letter to Daddy. Yeah, like I said, pee break. My only advice is if, there was that old saying, what was that, Joe King? It all starts with me. I don't know what it was. Some type of public service campaign that the tag on the end was something like reform or a bright new world. It all starts with me. Something like that. And I don't exactly know what it was, but the point was, if you want to make a better world and you don't want your family to be under attack, then think about the way that you attack other people. Think about what comes out of your mouth. That's the only advice that I can give is, that think about what comes out of your mouth as a way to have reflected what comes back. What's that principle in physics, Tango? The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of refraction, right?
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah, it's the theory of pull, right? If you do a bank shot, your angle in is going to equal your angle out. When you take a shot and run it off the bumpers or something, if you do a 45-degree approach, it's going to come out 45 degrees on the back angle there. Well, if you put out things of attacking other people, then it's going to reflect back at you at the same, if not greater, deal. So I just say, if you really want to clean up Dodge, you know what you have to do. Doing it is a different story. So that's a different story.
And it's all down to how much do we want to Dodge to be clean? Do we like a bit of dirt in Dodge? Yeah,
of course.
And that is the problem. But there has to be a penalty for elbow for the Tucker thing. There has to be a penalty, and there has to be a long-running penalty, and it might, and the penalty, and people's idea of what a penalty should be is going to differ from person to person, isn't it? Now, some people will drive him off Boyd, and of course they're going to be working towards that end. I really haven't made up my mind, to what degree I would like to see him disappear. But I shall be certainly lending my weight to making his life difficult. I shall certainly be in there doing my ability, offering my abilities. I can track elbow with reasonably decent accuracy. You know, I'm really good with maps and clues and deduction, so I can track his whereabouts fairly well. You know, so and I will be lending my assistance. I will be lending my assistance.
You can practice your skills on me in Reno this. You can go to town and go to.
I practiced my skills on you last year. You know, I mean, but I never wanted to mention it because I thought it would creep you out. You know.
No, I don't mind it. I mean, I expect that as part of the. I expect that as part of the deal. Like I said, I doxed myself out back in 2014, and you know, it is. I don't really care. I mean, you know, everything that can happen just happened. Catalogs being sent, pizzas, phone calls. James from Square.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But I'm sorry about that.
It goes with the turf, right? I mean,
I really hate anybody who does that to you. That's because you're basically a really decent person, you know, and I would completely oppose. And I would suddenly, I've been quite a white knight for you anyway, you know. So
you see what chocolates like? Be careful, Tango. You're talking to the man's mother. You can imagine, as much as people down the quote unquote trolls, I could not imagine, you know, YouTube without, you know, side chats and people that are engaged, and they want to have an input too. And you got to recognize that. And the trolls, what he calls the trolls, and there's some out there to take it to the streets, but I'm saying they want to feel like they matter too. And when you come on and you disrespect side chat and stuff, well, you're just, again, you're storing up trouble. And you know, I can do enough without going out and aggravating it on my own. If people see things that are done, chocolate, I'm a politician. Well, I don't know. I'm the mayor of Boyd. I don't know what to say to you, Chocolate Thunder. I don't know what to say. You know. Yeah, it's like Mr.
Rosie knows her angles, though, as she mentioned before. You see, so she's used to hitting the balls off the side pocket, you know, and that's she knows her angles, and she plays a smart game, you know, and I appreciate it. I've enjoyed watching that game, and so I love it. I love watching Rosie.
The E equals MC squared, right? There's only a few things you got to know in life. You got to know that E equals I times R, Ohm's law for electricity. That might save you one day. And you got to know that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of refraction on YouTube, right? If you shoot that shot in on a bank shot, it's going to come back and it's going to whack you. Mr. Z says the angle of the dangle is in direct proportion to the heat of the meat. Holy shit. I met Mr. Z in person. What a guy. Did you see me in Vegas with Mr. Z? I mean, this guy is, he's off the chain. The mysterious Mr. Z over there. So, I mean, he's a lot of fun, Mr. Z. The more people you meet, the better. You have friends. That's why I say, you know, Tango, the thing that Elvis will never get that I get, the thing that he will most miss out on is when I can forward tell people where I'm going to be going on my route. And then people contact me and say, I've got a beautiful abandoned building, Rosie, that I'd like you to stream to do a stream from. You know, or I've got this haunted house. Let's have you stay overnight. Or there's this really cool thing that people don't know about. He'll never have. Let me fix my camera for a second. Like I was saying, he will never have that content of Tom. He'll never have that content of people reaching out to set up those type experiences. You know, they might come up in the Largo area and walk up on a stream or something. But in terms of being able to plan things, you know what I'm saying? You're never going to have those experiences of local people like in Kansas City or San Diego saying, hey, you can plug in my driveway, or you can, you know, we can meet, or I'll buy you a sandwich, or we'll have a beer. Think of what he misses, Tango, the upside of the whole YouTube experience here. This is what I'm most sad that he misses out on. That I just don't think that he gives enough credence to the ability of the good things that people do on here for people.
Well, it can't be much of a life living in that van either when you think about it, you know. But you would think so, wouldn't you? But he seems to thrive on it. I mean, as near as we can tell, he seems to thrive.
I mean, you can imagine going into Kansas City, you know, and you know, look somebody like Sue Pete, and she's, oh, there's an abandoned mental institution or something. That'd be perfect to go around and do some video. I mean, you're gonna see. I mean, we all know what the St. Louis Arch looks like, the Grand Canyon, but imagine the back stuff that people were able to show you on that live in these locations. That's what imagine the sites Luna Moon could show me in Kentucky. Huh? What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or Hondo could show me in West Virginia. Right? He's like, Rosie, I'm not meeting you. I don't meet anybody on YouTube. So he's like, you'll dox me out on.
Because people like they like to see you interacting with folks, don't they? Think, Rosie?
Oh,
yeah. That's the big deal. They're always my favorite. I mean, people can go out and show beautiful Grand Canyon scenes and all that, but you see that all the time on TV, don't you? That's something you get to see on nature programs and things like that. People ain't going to go to YouTube for that. When
hear you, Simon. I think he actually cares a great deal about me, but cannot disengage from his own program he's running. So that being the case, but I you know, you hit the nail on the head, Tango. It's always the people in the videos that make the things, especially live street streams and stuff. That's what makes the stuff. That's the stuff that makes where the rubber really hits the road when having people on streams. That's why I love street streaming. Chocolate Thunder says, unfortunately, numbers will tank when the traveling starts. Actually, I think numbers explode.
No, they won't. They will go up.
When people travel, numbers explode on. When people are stationary, numbers can
it'll bring in other communities as well. I wouldn't surprise me. It'll certainly bring in a bigger chunk of the RV community. It would certainly come in. Bigger than we've got now, you know, because obviously we're a bit tainted by Elbow.
Oh, yeah, but you know, I got plenty of people from the RV community that do communicate with me and say, yeah, we're good to go. Just don't bring Elvis along. You know?
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's what talking to a few of them. I have heard. They've said, oh, it's that crowd that with Mr. Campervan Elvis, aren't they? You know.
Yeah. So there'll be a lot. Let me tell you that always the viewership goes when people travel. People love to see people on the road. They like to see drama on the road when they have breakdowns and.
Oh yeah, I love all that. You know, I want to see you buying the van. I want to see you finding a van and buying a van and outfitting a van, and then you know. However you do that, exactly. And then see the traveling happening after that. The whole process, and then seeing people on the streets. You know, go visit Skid Row or something.
Oh, exactly. I'm pretty fearless about you know, downtown Oakland and some other places.
Yeah.
Hondo, I doxed myself in 2014. I mean, it ain't no big deal. You know, 759 Dutton Avenue, Santa Rosa. I mean, it's pretty damn well known for.
Oh, damn it, Rosie. If you knew how hard I worked to figure that out, yeah. You just to tell the world, bloody hell.
I mean, it's like I've already had the cops here. I get on this, many times over the years. So it is what it is.
Do you know how I basically the way I worked it out on when you were tutoring, you walk past this Dalton radiator company that make radiators. So I found them, and then from there, from finding that company, I was able to figure out a radius of your home, and then I was from satellite pictures. I was able to see, in your garden, you've got those things that go. You've got like a white structure.
Yeah, it's called a pergolide.
And then I knew I had to find the white structure, so I got satellite pictures and looked for the white structure within a walking range of that radiator company. And then I knew also you had the biggest garden in the area because you told us that.
Yeah, we've got
so I looked for the biggest piece of green space.
Yeah, got one little green slab in this urban hell here of apartments and
yes. So that's how. And then
Star Walker said you're a satellite troll, Tango.
Also, and I didn't know which number it was from Street View, but then I worked that out because obviously it was the one with the most mailboxes. There was one.
Oh yeah.
Why? Who could possibly need so many mailboxes? And I was like, well, obviously.
I'm in the ghetto, man. I'm in the hood. I got density. I got families packed 25 people in 3-bedroom homes, apartments around here and stuff. Shit.
Yeah. And of course, you painted the house a particular color, which was shown from the back that you were also able to see from the front. You see, so that was. So I managed to, get there from that very painfully, I might say. It took about a bloody hour, But
here's Rosie the Doxxer thinks I just used my well-cultivated Christmas card list for a doxing platform. No, I don't think so. Hour from Baltimore, huh? 60s flower child. There you go. Yeah, high tech. So I've been doing that. I mean, Hopper on here. Jeremy Hopper, he's famous for using satellite pictures to get people's locations. I didn't dox Jill doxed herself.
I didn't say anything to you. I knew this for ages, but I thought, well, I'm not going to creep Rosie out by saying that, because I'm a harmless type, wouldn't never. But I thought, well, that's going to creep someone out, them thinking that, And so I thought, well, I'll keep it quiet. And then I thought, and also, if anything does happen, I'm going to get the blame, I thought,
look at what Nomadic Tater Tot said. Tango, why didn't you just use the name of the apartment building across the street from the Rancho? That's funny.
Well, I haven't seen the apartment building across the street yet. That's one of the teaching videos.
Narsa, I'm glad to give you a panel spot, but I can't control what people say on my side chat. And I would also just caution that your uncle doesn't regulate what comes out of his mouth about other people's family. Now, having said that, I'm more than happy to give you a link. You're coming out to see us next month. That's great. Let me go ahead and shoot you a link. So I'm just saying, just on the basis of that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But you're certainly, I like it when people stand up for their family and all that. That's fine. I've already told people I like you. I like Janet. I know more of your family than anybody else on here. So here comes your invite there. Oh, yes, Tilly May. Oh, yes. Boxes of Granger catalogs here, probably 250 pounds of Granger catalogs delivered. Yeah, all kinds of things. I mean, I travel. They'll blow up the phones. You go downstairs at the El Cortez. You have a few messages at the front desk, and there's it's like 80 pieces of paper.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, Narsa?
Hi, Narsa.
How are you? Hello, everyone.
Nice to see you. You staying safe and warm out there?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's 35 degrees. It's pretty chilly, but I'll be all right.
Yeah, we're off to Reno tomorrow.
Y'all are headed to Reno, huh?
You're gonna have a couple fun days in the Reno Tahoe area there.
Hey,
That's cool.
no,
Am I
no,
coming in
sir.
clear? Can you hear me clearly?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat, Narsa?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, gotcha. I'm gonna turn up your volume a little bit too. Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay, Narsa?
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
I listened to one of your hangouts a couple of weeks back, and you played a Latino rap track, which I downloaded. I've been actually playing that in the car. You know, the family think I've gone nuts, but I think it's a great track. You know, I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, that was because of Delicious Red Apple. That's her favorite song. Yeah.
Ah, right, yeah, no, it's a good track. I like it.
She
Oh.
lost a lot of weight, Narsa. I mean, did you see her and follow her journey?
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight. I noticed that she's not really technological with YouTube and stuff like that. She pops in and out, so I don't message her. She messages me whenever she gets a chance. I haven't talked to her in a couple days though.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you met up with her. She's a good-looking gal. You know?
Yeah, I know it. Anyways, so is everybody else doing okay?
Yeah.
I wanna say something. I know you gave me the link on the premises of not going. I'm not gonna go off. I'm not saying nothing crazy. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. I
Um,
expect you to take up for your family. I expect no less.
I'm going to say something. It's not necessarily taken up for my family. I know people. You have more of a following than I do, so I guess this will get to more people. Um, I don't know. I don't. You know me. I don't follow everything on YouTube because it's hard to keep up because y'all are up to this for hours on end. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
don't have the time just to hear all this. Hello, Darren. I see you in the side chat, sir. How are you? Um, I've noticed that the way YouTube has gone and with the advancement in technology, people are more and more involved in YouTube and stuff like this, and it's gotten to the point where people have become really harsh and really mean. They're on some next level stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, yes, we know exactly
So
what you mean.
I mean, it went from sending catalogs and pizzas to people's houses, ha ha ha, to calling people's jobs, getting people. Which I haven't had any problems.
Oh,
My job, my
yeah.
company, they have a media department that deals with all this stuff, you know. But they almost got me fired at Pizza Hut, and this was still way back then when I used to work at Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Oh,
now it's gotten to the point where people get really, really personal, and they involve people's family members as how you said second targets. Okay.
yes, it's
Because they
terrible.
can't hit the main target. Now it is terrible. I don't know what my uncle is saying about people's family. I don't hear this stuff. I don't really watch his channel
Oh,
like that.
no, it was
He gets
awful.
mad. He gets mad that I don't watch him actually.
No, sir,
But
he was talking about. He was talking to a famous personality down here, Tucker, and he was sort of saying how he was going to run a train on his daughters, and he was going to watch while an Assyrian gang had sex with this guy's daughters. It was really, really bad and completely unforgivable. But as you say, it's bad talking about anybody's family. So I've never ever supported people saying bad things about your family. I've always actually stood up in Elbo's chat. I would
okay,
say,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know what he's saying about people's daughters, and it's not really my business. Okay. But the thing is, and I'm calling out Mr. Vinny G here. I don't know who this guy is. I don't have a problem with him, but I wanted to explain to him that what he's saying, he's catching a lot of people. A lot of people are getting caught in the crossfire from what he's saying. Okay, I'm catching a lot of heat. People in my family that actually oppose what my uncle does online are calling me and saying, "Hey, why is this person talking about our relative like this? What does he have to do with YouTube?" And it's very hard to explain this to my family. Do you understand? Like
yeah,
Tucker and Vinny G don't explain this stuff to their family because their families aren't being harassed and contacted like my family is. Do you understand?
Kind of, but I don't know the particulars of the thing. You see, I'm a bit in the dark. I think I've missed a bit of the boy thing out. So I don't know what Marshall is upset about at the moment. I know someone said something bad about his family, but he never said the name of who it was.
And this is another thing I wanted to say to whoever this Monique is. I watched you on one of these hangouts earlier today. I was listening to you. You come in here, you're cussing people out. You're just you're something else. I don't know who you are, but I just want to explain to everybody that my uncle and we are part of what you call the RV community. It's a travel community. It's just about RVs and semi-trucks and stuff like this. We are not involved in, this drama community. We are not involved, in the trans community. We are not involved in the bottom of YouTube. Now, Rosie, I see Rosie as a very dear family friend. I see Rosie like she's my aunt, okay? But the way you guys are making this out to be, it's like if you guys say, oh, if you talk to someone, this makes you that person. If I talk to someone in a motorcycle gang, that doesn't make me a motorcycle gang member. You see what I mean? So we are not part of the bottom of YouTube or this drama community. All these new people that I've never seen before. There's something else.
No, so what?
I'm trying to keep up with the side chat here, but it's so fast.
Yeah, it's
and another thing I wanted to ask my Aunt Rosie. I'm asking her as from nephew to aunt. A lot of the people that have been on, and I'm not telling you how to run your channel. That's your business. You've been doing it for a long time. But I want to know how come you're giving a lot of these people that would be faceless trolls a spot on your panel that have never met you in real life, that really don't have your back like I do, like my uncle does, like my family does. All these people that you're giving them a voice of negativity, like they're using it in a negative way.
Elbow has dropped Rosie in the shit so many times, yeah, that at least 5 times that I know of, and recently dropped her totally in the shit, yeah, by saying she was going to contribute towards a van for him, which got her into all sorts of trouble.
Listen, sir, I don't know who you are, Mr. Tango. I don't know who you are. I don't know how long. How long have you been on here?
About a year. About a year.
About how long?
A year.
A year. Okay, so you're still fresh. You're still what we would call in the trucking industry a rookie.
I'm a newbie still, yeah.
Have you ever showed your face on camera?
No, I would never.
You see what I mean, Rosie? This is another faceless person that's just willing to use their voice to talk smack, and they won't confront and be real. He's
been a very nice and very, what would I say, objective, just observer. I don't let people come up on panel to just flame people, Narsa. I don't ever do that. I mean, I won't have that. But the side chat is a different story. If you go down the line and I'm going to start pulling this person out, and I'm going to start pulling, what's going to happen? That side chat is just it's going to triple in size. It's going to explode. And you'll be doing what your uncle does. I'm going to ban all the trolls. I'm having a Troll-A-Rama here tonight. Then a week later, he unbans everybody. And, it's either, to me, Narsa, it's either crap on the pot or get off, So I'm saying he does exactly the same thing on his. He invites these people to come on this side chat and engage and be talking about him. So, I can control the panel, which I do. I don't have anybody spewing hate. I mean, some people are still fired up from the Tucker thing, but
here's the thing. Everybody in the side chat, I want everybody in the side chat and all the viewers to know, okay, I've never agreed with what my uncle does on YouTube. I've never supported it. I've always asked him to take it down. He won't. It is what it is. He's a grown man. We know this now, okay? But I noticed, like, this whole thing with digging up my grandfather and crushing his skull and making cocaine out of it and stuff like this.
Is that what it was said?
That's pushing it.
That is really bad. That is
now again, as you say, you can't control what happens on your uncle's channel. He's a big guy. I can't control what happens on Vinny G's channel over there, Narsa. I cannot control the the narrative that he runs over there, and the way he feels. So it cuts so many different directions here, you know. But I can control my panel and what happens here on the panel. Sometimes people get carried away. Vinny will make a statement like that, but he's like I said, he's a passionate person. You know, we got a lot of big players that are involved in this whole thing now. Fortunately or unfortunately.
Let me ask you a question, Rosie. What community are we technically in right now? I don't even know what community this has become anymore.
Yeah, we're in a blended Boyd and drama community now. And the thing the drama part's growing by leaps and bounds over here right now, because this has become like would you agree, Tango? This has become the de facto drama center.
It has.
Yeah, right now.
It's the whirlwind. Whirlwind is rotating around us now pretty well.
Yeah, say Narsa, this is a blend between the Boyd bottom of YouTube, traditional bottom of YouTube, and new Boyd people, and gigantic size drama community here. That's what we're in right now.
Other communities will join as well. It's only going to get bigger, I'm sure.
Yeah,
other communities.
you remember in mathematics, you'd have like the Venn diagram. You'd have two circles.
Right, the Venn diagram.
Yeah,
I know. I just saw it on the side chat.
Yeah, we're right in that middle, like Hipster said. We're right in that crossover. We don't pull everybody over from drama. We don't pull it. You know, the Boyd doesn't necessarily. But since you asked, I see that as the two big communities right now that are together on here.
Yeah, you know, I go
Okay.
up to your uncle.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you another question, Rosie. How me as a person that's been caught in the crossfire, because now I can't make YouTube videos about where I work. I can't talk about all the great things at my company. I have to basically be silent in order to protect my self-identity of my job and stuff. And I have to really watch what I say now. I don't really have the freedom to say what I want. So I want to ask you now, how do you go about becoming not part of this? Like, forever.
If you just walk away from YouTube, you'll be ignored. You know, the reason I'm a faceless troll is because I don't want to be in that position that you've got yourself in. You know, that's why I'm a faceless troll.
Here, Narsa, here's my answer to you as aunt to nephew. You came on a couple weeks ago, and you said you were talking about how the trolls are much weaker now, and you know, I challenged the trolls to. And I, just from my own experience, and it's as sad as it hear
really bad idea.
Myself and other people, anytime you challenge the unknown, and that's exactly what that is out there, you're going to have some people that pick up that. They're going to pick up the gauntlet, and they're going to go with that. So,
and especially when the trolls have been galvanized over this Tucker thing, you have no idea what your uncle has stirred up.
Once they picked up the gauntlet, as I always said to your uncle, Marshall, it's over when the trolls say it's over. It's not, you know, in other words, you cannot disconnect yourself and say, okay, I'm pulling my chess pieces off the board. Thanks, because it's like game on. And I mean, as hard as that is to swallow, that's the reality of social media. It's really over when they say it's over. So
let me put it another way. Narsa, I actually quite like you, yeah. And to be honest, Elbow I actually tolerated to a degree because he brought so many laughs to the community. He made me laugh so many times, and attacking him was fun and trolling him was fun. But there was a bit of me saying, look, if we got rid of Elbow, yeah, then I miss all this humor and all this drama. It all goes, yeah. And so I'd just about got to the point where I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to stop going in his chats. I'm going to, you know, only go in there when something dramatic happens. And then he attacked Tucker, and I've got a daughter as well. And that was just impossible. As a father, he completely pushed me into a position where I could do nothing but be his implacable enemy. And that's what he's created. He has created an implacable enemy in me.
I guess my best advice to you, Narsa, is just like you say, do your job. It's like I admire you. You're a hardworking guy. You don't have time for a lot of fuckery on YouTube and stuff like that. I guess just maintain a low profile and just do your job, and out of sight, out of mind, I guess, is the only positive thing. But I would just recommend nobody ever just challenge the trolls, because they take that up. They will go for that. So, you know, I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's the reality down here.
Yeah.
But they'll leave you alone now, so everyone likes you.
Yeah.
And when you're not defending your uncle, everyone quite likes you, and they'll just leave you alone. Don't worry about it.
I think so too, Narsa. At least you're working. There are some people that give you a little bit of a pass because you're defending family. You have done some things in the past. You're trying to bring.
That's respected. That does get respected.
Yeah, and
you're not your uncle, you know, by any shadow of means. I mean, you've said the odd thing that's been a bit bad as well, but nobody ranks you anywhere near as bad as your uncle. You're quite respected in some ways.
Hardworking, 21 to get your Class A and be on the road. I think there's a lot to be admired, and I can understand standing up for feeling frustrated about. You are the vanguard of your family, Narsa. You are the vanguard of. You are the one that they're turning to now to be the point person in this whole situation, to be the family's de facto representative in here, and you're coming in and saying, how do we make it stop? So I just, you know, I don't, you know, Janet came in and she's running her own program now, and just being there has now opened her up to be a target. So it's
and that's a shame as well. Everybody likes Janet as well, but there's always some idiot out there, isn't there? But you've got to understand, though, the thing is, it is your uncle who's actually created this situation. It's him you have to hold responsible for all this. You can't hold an entire planet responsible, can you? And say, it's the planet's fault. It's not the planet's fault that all these people are going after your family. It's your uncle's fault.
Yeah.
Having said that, they shouldn't do it. It's awful. You know, I will definitely oppose it. And I've fought your uncle's corner in his own chat when people have gone after his family. I've been trolling him 1 minute, they've gone after your family, and I've been fighting on his side. It was ridiculous, you know. So it's and I will defend anybody who tries to go after your family. I will defend them. I will defend your family.
yeah. So
Yeah, but I don't see. Listen, I'm not sticking up for nobody, but I don't see why my uncle would rip into anybody about their family if he wasn't getting ripped into first. Like, what would be his motive?
Well, the thing is, he thinks all trolls are the same. So he goes, trolls have been mean to my family. I'm going to be mean about trolls' family. But he doesn't pick which troll is which. Not all trolls are equal. You have really nasty, horrible trolls, and there are some absolute fiends out there who cause horrible trouble, because Dave the Fisherman a lot of trouble by fitting him up. You know, there are some really bad trolls out there, and there's nice trolls like me, friendly, cuddly trolls.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I talked to my uncle about the whole use of the C word. I listened a little bit of that thing out today, how they all ripped into my Aunt Rosie, Monique, and I think it was Bergs. They were ripping into her about, oh, they would get booted if they used the C word or whatever. And I asked my uncle, I said, who did you call the C word and why did you do it? I attacked them on it, really. And he says to me, well, you're not understanding. You know, that person, you know, we got into an argument before I used that. So I was like, okay, so they attacked you first.
Yeah, she said you're. I asked, well, what do you think? What do you want? What do you think about what he said? And she said, I think you're a piece of shit. And that's what started off the whole. You know, that's what started up that little particular episode that night. I mean, if you're going to present it, I agree. Present the whole context of it, but people are going to put things the way that they want to put them, but you have to understand your uncle likes the negative attention, and I just tell you that straight up. To a point, now it's affecting you, And I feel bad about that because, like I say, I have nothing but admiration for you for being hardworking, and I don't want to see you be in the shit show. So, if that means anything, so.
All right. Well, now that I'm on here and I got the platform, I just wanted to go ahead and say, Vinny, I don't agree with what you said. I think you're a jerk for saying what you said. I think you're old and senile and you need to take your meds and go to sleep. That's number one. Number two, Ms. Janelle, that's on Dave the Fisherman's panel all the time. You really think that Middle Eastern people are into humping animals and bestiality? If you truly think that's real, then I'm sorry that you're ignorant, you're old, you're senile, you need to take your medication. Okay, who else is there that's been talking on Mr. Tucker? I don't know who you are, but you're another guy that's really creepy with your 3 monitors and your professional setup. You need to take your medication and go to bed. Let me see, who else is there? All these people that have they got such a big voice now that they came out of nowhere. Becca and your husband Dave, to you two creeps that came down to Florida and thought it was okay to record my uncle's van, I didn't appreciate that. That could have ended really bad for you guys had I been there. You guys suck. I hope you motherfuckers choke. Okay? I hope you guys freeze over there in Iowa, because I'm sick and tired of your mouths banning me on your side chat for no reason. I didn't even say nothing against you. You ripped into me because I took the side of my uncle because he's related to me, because I made up with him. Okay? And to all you people that are on the bottom of YouTube, you know, you all are going to have to answer one day for what you've said and what you've done. And that's not only just here on YouTube. Okay?
You're going to hate
you
me
guys
for what I
have
haven't planned for
you guys have made it to I have free speech on the internet, which I think is a bunch of bullshit. Okay? So, basically, I think this whole YouTube is a waste of time. I feel really sorry that I wasted 5 years of my life with this. I'm going to be taking down my channel. I'm never going to talk to you guys again. I'm never going to have live hangouts again. I was nice enough to give all of you people on my side chat a voice until you started getting out of hand. I had to block a few people. Well, now everyone is going to get caught in the crossfire, the good and the bad. There's not going to be no more side chat. There's not going to be no more live hangouts. There's not going to be no more videos. There's not going to be nothing. Okay? Now, I'm only going to be cool with the people that I've met in real life from YouTube. That would be Rosie, Jen, The Godfather, you know, everybody that came in the 2015 meetup, you know. But yeah, basically, and see, you guys messed up. We're gonna have a lot of content. I'm coming out there. You know, now it's gotten to the point where you guys make me feel like I don't want to be involved so bad to where now I don't even know if Rosie's still gonna want me to come to her house, because now I don't want to be on her channel now. I don't want her to put a video of me at all on her channel. I don't want you guys to experience all the cool stuff we were gonna go do and go eat. Now I want that to all be private when I come out there.
Which there will be. You know.
That's probably wiser for you know. So if I was you, I would definitely.
I honor anybody's request for, you know, privacy. If somebody says I don't want to be on cam, I don't put them on cam.
And especially you've been defending your uncle to such a degree now in front of such a big section of the community. It's going to get worse for you, unfortunately. You know,
listen,
you've just made it worse.
She knows I've been on camera before. She knows I don't really care. I've been on her videos in the past. But because of what these people, these trolls, these people in the side chat, because of what they've done and because of the level that they have taken it to, they basically ruined all this content that was to come. Because now I have to make it to where, you know, I know my Aunt Rosie likes to bust out the camera and catch everybody on video and have a good time, and it's all fun. But now I'm being put in a position where I got to ask her to not do that for the sake of my own privacy. You see what I mean?
I think you're very wise to do that. I think it's very wise for you.
And I would of course respect that 100%. You know, you still have a great visit. You know, and have a good time. So you know, maybe things.
It is what it is, and don't forget. And then here's one more thing for the trolls. Don't forget, paypal.me/nomadicnarsa. You guys know what to do.
That's a little twist on the end there. Holy shit. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, and one more person. I just remembered. Glamorous Life. I don't have a problem with you. Okay? I think you got pissed off because I called you cake face, something like that one time, a long time ago, when we were the OG Boy. I heard what you said, that, you know, the trolls have contacted me. They told me that you called me 400 pounds and you think I'm a horrible guy. Okay? And I just want to say thank you to Miss Vegas Vixen for taking my back on that and calling me a pristine gentleman. I don't think I deserve to be ripped on your panel like that. That wasn't fair to me. So that just wasn't cool.
No, so one question. Do you remember when you supposedly fell out with your uncle that time? You can be honest now because you're going to disengage with us all. So now you can be totally honest with us. Was that all just a setup, you falling out with your uncle, just for a setup to get the extra views, or had you really fallen out with him?
Yeah, no, that was a real fallout. That's why I was so pissed. You know, I wanted the trolls to dox him for real. You know, so I can go confront him man to man. But you guys don't understand. He reached out to me, gave me his address, and said, hey, this is going to be on the basis of peace. You know, so me as a man, if I were to go over there and stomp him, that's like kicking somebody when they're down, because he gave me his location. And I almost didn't go. I was going to be like, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to go. I'll just catch you some other time. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and, you know, some of my advisors were like, you need to be the bigger man. Just swallow it. Just let it go. You know, I know he's crazy. You know, it's not worth it. Just go make peace. But I made it very clear to him when I met up with him. I had him mute the hangout, and I told him, like, you know very well right now, I can do a lot of bad things that I don't want to do. And the people that were in that place, the employees, heard what I was saying, and they were looking at me in shock, like, what's going on here? Okay.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, I'm not going to do anything because you gave me your location on the basis of peace and trust. And me as a man, I'm not going to break that trust to stomp your head in. So I'm going to make peace with you. But you're lucky, had the trolls actually found you, this would have turned out a whole different way. You're not a tough guy. You're not an alpha male. Nobody's scared of you. Okay? You guys think that I take a side. I do rip into him. I really do.
Yeah,
you know?
We won't be sending anyone to beat him up, though. You know, if anything, it will be Tasha, won't it? And it's not as if Tasha's going to hurt him, is it, really?
And Narsa, just in case you want to take a pet, I will be in Florida in April. Just in case you want to just postpone to that time, that's cool too. So, you know, be nice to have you out here at the ranch.
What time in April?
I think it'll probably be like this, maybe the second week of April through the second week of May, something like that, for like a month down there. So
why can't I catch you? Why can't I catch you in Cali and in Florida?
Oh, you can. I was just going to say, if you felt like you wanted things to kind of cool, you know, the heat to kind of come down a little bit. No, we'd love to.
It is everything. Everything is cool. I'm not. There's no heat because I am now disengaged from this. I don't give in to what the trolls say. I just think Vinny G is a piece of shit dirtbag that lives in Australia and he's baking in the fucking sun right now while we're freezing our ass off. That's what I think. I also think he's gonna fucking die first because he's about 50 times older than me. So he's irrelevant to me.
I'm saying we're still looking forward to seeing you out here, so that's good. We're looking forward to you coming out. So, yeah.
And for all the people that think, this is scripted, you know, I could have been a jerk off and came on here and said, "Oh yeah, it's scripted," and fucking completely blow all this out of the water. But I'm telling you guys, okay, we don't. My uncle and Rosie and everybody else on YouTube does not dedicate that much time of their life to sit with pen and paper and write this shit down and talk about what they're gonna do. Like, they just don't do it. This is happening. This is all like in the moment stuff. Like, they don't sit here and call each other and make plans like, yeah, I'm gonna get the cops called on me. Yeah, soon as that happens, I want you to go and make a hangout and postpone it, put a reminder to talking about, like, they don't do this.
Well, we do have time, and we do make plans, though, Narsa. And, you know, there are at least 4 plots I know of going on against your uncle at the moment, yeah. And one of them's going to work, for sure, you know. I'm actually trying to raise money to time up in legal matters. You know, I have a little, my little plot is around that, you know. So, you know, I'm gunning for your uncle big time. There's an army of dads coming for your uncle. And they won't do it. They're not physically, they're not after him physically. But they're going to make his life miserable for what he said.
And you know, another thing, I don't know who this Tasha is. I don't know. I don't have a problem with this Tasha. I've watched the video. I've watched the confrontation. I understand you're upset, but the way it's perceived online, you look a little heartbroken. It's starting to look like, you know, the uncut girth done broke your heart, that you felt the need to go and make a YouTube video and try to get 15 minutes of fame and make little fake court documents like you're really gonna summon someone to court over $5,000 and $310 court fees and stuff. That's a silly mess. That really is.
Well, I think you'll find your uncle's opponents will have much deeper pockets.
Just for me, I'm sorry. I am sorry about you know, Janet and you, and of course your other sister, his other sisters. You know, I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry as well. I mean, they should never ever go after, and I'll investigate as well to find out that, you know, this about going after your family. You know, most of certainly none of my friends that I have online that do that. So, but I will investigate as well. And
give them my best. Give them my best. I got to call into Janet, so I'm waiting to hear from her. So.
You know, I'm not triggered. I just got to speak loudly because I have the truck is running. I have, you know, the trailer is running. Like, there's the generator is running. Like, I have a lot of background noise, so I really should speak quietly, but I feel like the mic wouldn't pick it up as well. I'm not chimping. I'm not going off. I know I sound like I am, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to get my point across.
Well, you know, no, so you're 10 times the man your uncle is, but, you know, that's starting from kind of a low place, you know what I mean? Yeah, but you are 10 times the man your uncle is. I'll give you that.
But let me tell you something. I have family in Australia, okay? I'm not letting them know when I'm coming, but I'm telling Vinny G he better be prepared for when I do arrive in Australia, and he better man up. And he better send me his location because we're going to meet. And if he doesn't, then I'm going to let everybody else on YouTube know that he's not man enough. Anyways, he won't know. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, Vinny got injured in a work-related accident a long time ago, so there is no way he would be able to do that. So I imagine he's got a boxing kangaroo or something that would be able to give you the right.
What accident? What are you talking about? See, this is something I don't know what you're talking about. What accident? Is he handicapped? Is he disabled?
Yeah,
is he an amputee?
Yeah, he was slammed into by a Chinese person, and it just about killed him. So he's on medical disability for guy can't really walk too much. So probably in a lot of pain.
Oh, okay. Well, then that explains his sorry ass misery to sit on the internet all day and screw with people. Okay, then never mind. I take back what I said. I thought he was a person that is in full, complete health. See, I don't pick on people that are handicapped or disabled or they got sick health problems. I'm assuming he's a guy. He looks like he's in his mid-40s. He looks like he's pretty healthy. He looks like he can handle a young buck that's in his 20s.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, even in his shape, I don't think I'd tangle with Vinny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's got some amplitude to him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, Narsa. Here's what I'm going to say, and I've talked about. You know, I'm into radios and stuff, and you broadcast out something, and you never know how it's going to be perceived when it's received in the receiver. Now, there are people that will, because they do have time on their hands or the inclination, will take the message that comes in and they will choose to run at that point their own program for anything from a feel-good factor to I'm going to make this guy feel miserable every day for what he's done and this is what I'm saying, Vinny feels like he's picked up this gauntlet as somebody that wraps his disgust for your uncle in the mantle of entertainment on his channel. Now, how do we control that? We can't. We cannot control what Vinny does. It's like he received the message and he acted on that. I hope for better days and stuff, that things get better, but you can't help how things are received by people that hear your uncle on.
Yeah, but if I got a question for you, Aunt Rosie, if somebody says something that wild on your side chat, or on your panel, you're just not going to boot them. You're just going to let them get away with it.
I would ask people. I'd ask Vinny, please. That kind of came out of the blue. I would ask people, please don't take it to that level on my panel. Do that. Those are the kind of things. If you feel like you want to do that on your. Do that on yours. No, I can assure you, I don't want that kind of thing said on my panel. I think it takes it over. But again, I can't control what somebody else is going to do. But I can assure you, Narsa, that I want to have that control over my panel, so that things don't go out of that nature. So you have my assurance on that. So
now let me say one more thing here. Okay, I see over here Glam is in the side chat. She says, "How is the sex life?" Now I think it's very creepy for me to talk about my sex life to a 50-year-old woman that's currently getting her ass ripped up in court over a divorce that she's about to get fucked out of everything she owns. But just to let you know, to better answer your question, Ms. Glam, when we talk about sex life, which state in the United States in the lower 48 are we talking about? That's all I got to say to you, sweetness. That's all I got to say to you. Okay?
Which state? How about Arizona?
That's all I gotta say to you, miss, because you're the one that's divorced. You're the one that's currently not getting dicked down right now by the little dick Jew guy, wherever he's at, okay? You're pissed off and you're getting all your money taken from you. I got the details on you, okay? And the reason why you probably haven't been on cam lately is probably because you've been stressed out, you've been eating a lot, and you don't pack the pounds back on. It's okay. We understand. You're stressed out. Eat.
All right. Well,
I think I'd probably say you're 5 times the man your uncle is now, rather than 10. Hearing
yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
You're getting close to your elbows. Your uncle's level of craftness.
If I don't want Vinny to do that, I don't want Kat to be. It's fair. I try to refrain from those type of. She does have a lot going on.
See, I don't want to take it there. I don't want to take it there. This woman is 50 years old. She's older than my mom. Like, I don't want to talk to her like this. But she wants to try me, so I'm going to give her a taste of what I'm made of. I'm not going to go all in on her, but she needs to understand she can't just talk to me the way she feels. It's not about to happen. So without getting clapped back. So I don't want to hear nothing about, taking it to that level, because I'm not even getting close to the level in which she and all these other trolls, I consider her a troll, have taken it.
To get back to your other point about, I think on Hangouts, any mention of other people's family, if they're not players, should be stopped immediately, on Hangouts. And I think that, but you're a player, of course, now. So you're a player. You come on here representing for your uncle. You're a player, and of course the trolls now are going to go after you.
And one more little fun fact. One more little fun fact for the trolls before I get off of here. For all you ignorant fools that don't know what we are, okay, we stem from the northern part of Iraq. We are Semitic, so you can't call us anti-Semitic. We are a Semitic people. So for all you people, you guys got your facts. A lot of you people have your facts wrong. Like, you guys sound dumb when you guys say some of the stuff y'all say. Okay? My uncle is born here. I'm born here. We're American. We work here. We pay taxes here. We've never seen a camel in our life. We've never been to the sand dunes of Iraq or Saudi Arabia or whatever you guys think. Like, you guys sound dumb. You know what I mean? That's like me assuming that Rosie's from Africa. Like, Rosie's never seen Africa in her life. Not that I know of, at least. So you guys just sound silly as hell.
Yeah,
Like some of these.
I think Tango.
They call us the sand. They call us the sand N-word. Like we don't even speak Arabic. We don't speak Arabic.
You're not Islamic, you know. So
We're not Islamic. We don't practice the Islamic religion. We're not Muslim. We don't speak Arabic. Like you guys literally make no sense at all.
well, I will tell you this. I do hope Narsa is my parting, because I know you got to get some stuff done. I hope that you are able to disengage and do, you know, just like I say, out of sight, out of mind here on YouTube is usually a pretty good rule of thumb. But just recognize also the reality of it. Tells me to just tell you that you know, you are, like Tango said, you are a big player here. So, you know, I wish I could control what happens, but there's no guarantees on, as you know, on YouTube. So having said that, I do appreciate you coming on.
I mean, you're going to be wishing you were hiding behind an anonymous troll cat face like I am. That's for sure. No, so you're going to be wishing that, you know. But I respect the fact that you didn't, to be honest. But you know, you're going to be wishing that they will come after you now. And sadly, that's
all I wanted to say. I am now fully disengaged. And for the last comment, somebody thinks I screw around with what they call them, lot lizards or hookers. Let me tell you guys something. I'm a truck driver. Lot lizards and hookers haven't been in truck stops since the 1980s, so get your facts straight. We are in the 2000s. There's internet. You want a hooker, you go on the internet. You don't do it in a truck stop. They're not here anymore. That's another thing. That's another fact that you guys got wrong. I have been driving for 3 years. I have yet to see a lot lizard and or hooker in a truck stop. So that's another record. That's another thing to clear up for you guys. And I don't pay for it. I've never paid for it. I guess you could say you pay for it when you take them out on a date and pay for their food and stuff like this and get into an actual relationship. But I have never directly traded monetary cash for y'all know what. Okay? That's another thing you guys got wrong. So get your facts straight.
Yeah, shame on you.
Anyways, I'm out of here. Fuck all you trolls. I'm done with all you guys. Woo! I'm retiring from YouTube. I'm retiring from the RV community. I am retired. I'm done. You guys, I'll never have to deal with you guys again. I'm never talking to y'all again. I'm never reading your comments or side chat again. Okay, I'm coming to Santa Rosa, California. We're going to be eating in all the bars. We're going to be eating in all the Mexican restaurants. We're going to be going down to Sonoma Valley. We're going to be drinking the wine. And we're going to be having a good time. So, woo! Peace out. This is my final radio call. Hasta la vista, baby. Woo!
Hasta la vista. Disengage.
Wow.
That's all for the best. Let's hope he keeps that. He keeps to that, because
what a family I got, huh? what a family I got here on. He really delivered.
Because he was a hero with the trolls for a bit, you know, and then he blew it. Yeah, when he turned on Elvis, he suddenly became a hero, and then he turned again. He's just rummed it up bloody 10 times worse for himself now. He has this likable element to Narsa, you know. He is likable, so I know he says some awful things, you know, but he has his likable. But
holy shit, I don't know. You know, it's I think he will be fine. I'm just saying.
He'll pick up a few silly things.
I tried to put that, and Narsa didn't reply when I talked about Vinny G is like a receiver in the sense of hearing certain messages come out from YouTube. Now, can I tell Vinny G no more than Vinny tells me? He's like, Rosie, you be you. You know, on your platform, you be you. So how can I turn around to Vinny? I can ask Vinny, please don't say that on my panel. He would respect me. I tell Vinny, please don't boot anybody from my panel. Vinny's like, no problem, Rosie. I respect you. But I would never in a million years ever dream of telling Vinny what he should or should not talk about, precisely because he's received the same message that everybody else has received, and he chooses because of his financial, his physical, his time situation to engage, then you can't tell somebody don't do it. Okay, this is the only thing that I say. Yeah, you be you and Vinny be you, and every action has a reaction. The angle of incidence equals the angle of refraction. So you're gonna
that should have been the name of this hangout, really, shouldn't it?
the hangout, because the angle coming back at you is going to be the angle that you put in, and that's the truth. And everybody on that side chat knows that. It's like shooting pool.
A message for all of us, really. Yeah.
And that's, that's my usual brilliance, Tango, when I just tell people, think about that, right? Yeah, look at Kat. She's like, stop being so fucking rational, Rosie. This is the point. What a nice to see Kat on, have Kat on last night. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm sure Vinny or Tucker or somebody's going to fire out here. I was going to have a little chat, but we had the ultimate Troll-A-Rama here today.
We sure did.
He said, Rosie Kelly, please tell me something. Go ahead, Vinny. Tell me, what would you like me to tell you? What would you like me to tell you, Vinny? We'll see what Vinny. I'm so glad to see Mojo on here too. Love you, Mojo. So nice to see you on. Yeah, Vinny, I would say that definitely 10 miles of the track has been bombed out and torn up here. So there's no doubt. But like I say, I can't tell people what to do on their channels any more than Tango can come in here and tell me. He can chat with me, but he's not.
I stopped trying to manipulate you a couple of months back, I think, Rosie. I knew that wasn't going to work.
So later on tonight, I'll be doing a little Space Girl just to clear my mind and get ready for Reno tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm dreading quitting drinking for Lent. that'll be coming up on there. So, Marshall, you like Kat. Just own it, okay? Just own it, right? You've always had a thing for Kat. All right.
And Marshall, watch this space. There are things that are coming that you have not dreamt of in your philosophy.
Yeah, that's right. Was that Horatio? Who was that? Yeah, that's another famous one. That's it. No, I think Marshall's always had a thing for Kat. I do. It's always that admiration from afar. Now, Marshall, it's all clear. Go get your gal there, and Kat's gonna kill me. My phone's gonna be blowing up. Oh, that's funny.
I think Vinny G will be firing up a hangout pretty soon. I think I'll be heading over there, I reckon, to say hello.
If he comes on and tells me I will shut down if he or Tucker comes on. So Vinny, if you're going to do a hangout, I'll stop. Or if Tucker may be out there, I'm not sure. But you let me know on there. You're banded over there, Mojo. You're banded over there. When are you coming to Chicago? This summer, Carrie. This summer or fall at the absolute latest. I will be in Chicago. That's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, is Tucker live? Okay, so Tango, thanks for coming on. I'm very honored.
Oh, the honor is all mine, Rosie. Believe you me, all mine. I look forward to.
Mine when I'm on Reno. Our time differences are there, but you can always enjoy the watching the next day if you care to. So
yeah, I always usually watch them end to end normally. Yeah,
that was it. So thank you, Mojo. I'm really happy to see you over here today. That means a lot to me. Take care, Lo. Kat, good luck to you. Stewie, woo, come to. I love Queens. Stewie, I lived up in Brooklyn for a little while. Okay, 60s. Thank you all, and with that, we are done. Mwah. See you tonight.